Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Wow, a lot of people coming in. Let me go back and see. I know Joe is here. I see Daz is coming to us from Pachuap, Currycon. I just watched Chuck's video this morning. That Mai Tai looked pretty good too, right? Anyway, big guy, how you doing? Scott, Tommy J, Paul, a teacher. I noticed I saw a T here. And T, I got to tell you too, and see if, hey, Ron, how you doing, Ron John? Mark's here. Let's see who else. Did I miss anybody? Robert Mack, Media. Make sure you get that. Media. He's a well-traveled man. Looking forward to meet him, hopefully this time. When you're here, Robert. James Morris, how are you? Glad you could make it. If I miss somebody, I will. And there's T. There, in case it's Maui Howie. They just bought a 350 and actually put the bigger side bags on it, shads that I have, and I think even the bigger top box too. But he's going to be riding around too. I told him maybe to hook up with you somehow. Maybe you guys could subscribe to each other's channels if you're not already. And I know T's always looking for someone to ride with. So in case Maui comes in here, there's Daz. I know I saw you in here, but good morning. Go AT. Andy, how you doing? And everybody's in mourning for Andy's dog. He lost his dog of, I think, 15 years or something. So we were talking about it in the little test live stream that I did. It's always a bummer to lose, as far as I'm concerned, a family member. Internet Monster, how you doing? That's you're in. Really? Well, we need to meet up then. I'm gonna just be sitting here watching them do the pool. If you guys can't tell, my eyes are semi open now. I can sort of see. It's not going to be a long live stream, but yeah, I'd be more than happy to. I'd enjoy it. I know I saw one of the other crazy men saying he was going to try to track you down in Bangkok. So hopefully he didn't do that. But anyway, 2 glass. All right, T. If you heard that, hopefully you'll hook up with Maui Wowie. Maui Howie. Sorry. As I see Chris is here. I have to always get it, but I think sitting right here, sitting back, every time I go forward, it's bad, right? Chris, this is a good deal here, I think. There's Chris. And Joe, of course. And I see you, what was I on that I couldn't see you? I was watching somebody's live stream and I could not see you, which was a first for me, because usually you can't see me, but I can see you. So I don't know, at least here we can both see each other. It's a screwy thing in case you guys don't know what's going on. For some reason, when I'm on another channel, like if I've got him blocked or he's got me blocked, but we've checked we've checked both of those, and neither one of us have each other blocked. He can't see me. He knows that I'm there. Like if I'm there and Chris is in the chat and Chris says, "Oh, hi, Dave, got to love Thailand," then Joe knows I'm there, but he doesn't see me. So it's weird anyway, just to bring you all up to date. Let's skip class today. You guys are going to play hooky. He did. He found you. Is that good or bad? I don't know, man. I don't like the guy. I mean, he doesn't like me. Obviously, he said a bunch of crap about me. So, if he wants to come meet me, he's not going to get me to shake his hand. He can get other people too, but he can stay away from me. I don't like the guy. But he made it pretty well that he doesn't like me. So, anyway, enough on that. But hopefully, it wasn't a bad, horrible meeting for you. I hope. Oh, they're already here. You hear them? Wow, they're early today. What is only? And for some reason, I made the thing for 8:05. Right? I thought I made it for 8 o'clock, so I was still 5 minutes late. For anybody that was keeping track. Sounds good all the time, Cole. But yeah, did you see the? I don't know if you saw the latest. Is I finished the koi pond except for the top capstones and one of my tower filters and just a little fine tuning, but all the fish. My wife was sitting out there this morning with her toes in the pond, and they're coming right up and nibbling on her toes. And there's some in there that are, I don't know, 65, 70 centimeters. And there she I don't know. I thought I was gonna have a problem. Usually people, my wife that passed, she liked the koi, but Nitnoy's like as bad as me. I mean, she's got fish being delivered today. She bought a bunch of little butterflies from somebody coming on a bus. She's laughing in the background. But yeah, I'd love you to see the pond too if you're close here. That'd be cool. I'm up for that. So yeah. So anyway, they're out there working on the pool. I noticed, and I want to say thanks to Joe. I don't. Sometimes he watches, and in the background, but he did mention me in his last one, saying that I had called him and wasn't going to be able to make Thanksgiving, and he understood. And if you see my backyard, you'd understand too. It just is, these guys are great, but if you don't, me being here every day, I think I get more work done. One thing, and the other thing is I've caught 50 things already, the little stuff, and with the concrete phase of the pool and the tiling and all that, now you're talking after something set, you're talking jackhammers and shit, so I don't want that kind of problem. So he understood, which I thought, and then he said that James isn't going to make it either. So James and Fa. So I don't know why. He didn't say. He said he didn't know why they weren't. Sure they had. There he is. There's Maui. I don't know, T. If you're still here, that's the couple that I was talking about that just got the 350. And I don't know if I talked to you about it. I think I did, Maui. But Thai Nomads in here. If you guys hook up together and sub to each other, if somebody will put up your guys' links, he's up for cruising all over it, trying to put together a I think 2,000 kilometer ride in February. So by all means, you guys will get along fine. T's a teacher here in Thailand and a good man. So. Hey, Yads, I know you made a struggle to try to make it. You don't ever have to worry about, I know when you can be here, you stop in and say hello. I know you have a lot of stuff going. So by all means, because I stopped by one of her lives yesterday. And I try to stop by as much as I can also. But, and everybody just saying hello to everybody, which is, hey, Jake's out of country now. He's not in country anymore. He is in the U.S. of A., I believe. And I don't know if you're not happy to be there. I know you probably are. I don't know. I prefer Thailand. I think you do too, but you've got stuff that is beyond your control, which I kudos to you, of course. Jake's another one of the good ones. Hey Douglas, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Um, and if you guys aren't subscribed to each other, subscribe to each other. It helps everybody's channel out, and like I said, all the people. I need to trim badly. Okay, I'll do that. I won't bug you guys with that anymore. Um, but free state of Florida. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of looking forward to going back. I'm not looking forward to seeing my mom in a assisted living situation. That doesn't excite me, but I would like to see her. It's been 3 years, and see my family and my friends and especially my grandkids. I don't see them enough as it is. Uh, and I know Richard sent me a thing saying who was going to be on his show. He didn't say to keep it secret. He just said that I was one of the first to know who it was gonna be soon. But I'll leave that up to Richard to tell, or somebody else, whoever wants to. It's a good guest, I think. I like her a lot. So let's see. They're saying hi to Maui. Yeah, T might have left Maui. So, but if you guys hook up, if you find his link, his wife is named Deer, and they're both Thai, and they both are teachers here in Thailand and good people. Like I said, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting his wife yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But he loves to ride. He just got a new bike and all the panniers and everything, and he's ready to rock and roll. As are you now. And the bike looked good, by the way. Like I said, I think you made a good decision on the bigger side boxes. I think if I had my druthers, because I wouldn't shoot traffic and stuff here in Thailand with my. I probably shoot it with my 350 stripped without side boxes, but with any kind of side boxes on it, I wouldn't do it anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference how wide the bike is because I wouldn't do it anyway. I'd just stay in line and pay the price of having side boxes. But I don't know. We went on that ride for 8, 10 days, whatever it was, and I didn't really run into any problems whatsoever. I never felt uncomfortable either. Hey Brock, how you doing? Yeah, we'll probably be looking. Yeah, well, he sent me a deal on who I think it was who was filling that. I didn't read the whole thing, man. And my eyes, like I said, I got that ring that I have broke, so now I've got my little square deal kind of pasted. The ring has a place for it to slide into a camera mount, like a deal on it, and I've got it in there, but it's hurting my eyes. Although I did get the drops and stuff. Hello, same problem. YouTube not say live. Ah, that sucks. And I probably screwed y'all up with my eyes being messed up, Patty, because I switched them and didn't do one, and switched times and all sorts of weird stuff. So hopefully I'll get back on schedule now and every other day at 8 o'clock, unless it on my time, unless it falls on a Saturday, and then it'll probably be 9 o'clock. So I appreciate all your support as usual. Good morning to you, Mike's. How you doing? Glad you could make it in. Hope things are going well for you. I haven't got a chance to follow too much. And if everybody's there's 20 people. If I haven't answered your comments, it's because I just not straining my eyes to read them. But I will as soon as my eyes. I will catch up on all the comments. So don't get mad at me for not answering your comment. It's because of these eyes, and they still don't know. She doesn't know what what it was or is. Said it was chemical burning of cornea and eyelids and something else, but it's the second time it's happened to me. Kind of freaks me out, but I'd hate to be blind, and the stuff like Mitch has to endure every day of his life with his hearing is it's astronomical to what he can do. If you guys don't know, he has hearing problems, and it's a major deal. So two of the things that I won't, but not being able to see would really, of course, that's 66 almost here. I'd have to say I had 66 pretty good years, but I'd really like to keep these holes in my head. So, if I miss Hey, how you doing, George? The Missed something. It's because uh, I can't read it. First time here, I think, connected to you a while back. Oh, cool. Yeah, glad you could come by. Um, hasn't Channel hasn't changed a bunch, except it's mostly live streams. I don't get to do as many videos as I would like, although I'm planning on trying to do more. I actually want to get better at it. So, uh, not your problem. It's yeah, it is. Like I said, I got frustrated when I was watching Live My Ass Off probably 3 years ago or something, and it was like it took them 3 months to rectify whatever problem they were having. And Mike's pretty, tech savvy, and he was try this and undo this and unring the bell and ring the bell and all that kind of stuff. And I think it was a screw up on YouTube, and then they finally figured out what it was. Mitch is deaf in one, can't hear out the other. Yeah, it's really weird because if you know Mitch's deal is the way that his aids work is it one ear, I think he very, very little zero hearing out of, and that ear transfers it over to the other ear. So he's hearing both sides in one ear. So when somebody says something to him, he doesn't know if you're left or you're right. So it's got to be. I don't know how he does it. I would go insane. But Mitch is another one of the good ones, and I know he's on the road today, going to Pachua for Thanksgiving, which is awesome. So drive carefully and uh, have a good time. I'm going to be envious of everybody that is there. No, no, I'm not. I wish I was, but no, no turkey this year. We might do what I'd like to do, and like I told you, my wife that passed, uh, she didn't like turkey. So for the past 12 maybe years, maybe more, we did prime rib on both Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and we enjoyed that because I'd get like a good 3-4 bone prime rib. We'd each have a good cut for whatever we were having, Thanksgiving or whatever, and then the rest of it I would slice up real thin, and we'd make French dips out of, which is probably one of my favorite sandwiches. So it worked out good for the past 15 years because she liked ham, I like turkey and stuff like that. So we said, you know what, let's go down another avenue. So the prime rib, I'd like to try to do that. I don't. I'm sure my wife's never had well, she probably had a ribeye before in steak form, but not cooked like that. But I'm gonna have a barbecue here. I almost drank my coffee. Um, gonna try to. The kids are coming home. They're not gonna come home for Christmas, and I kind of told them we'd have a Christmas, but I'm gonna be gone fishing. So um, I'll be back on the 30th, and they come on the 31st. They have a 4 or 5 day deal on New Year's, and they'll be coming here. Swimming pool should be done, so the building won't be here, but over there I'll probably buy the barbecue, have the barbecue that's going to go on the roof of that, set on the concrete slab over there. We'll have some tables and stuff set over there, and we're going to have a little New Year's, Christmas, something or other party. So we'll have a bunch. I'm gonna probably order from that Paleo. I think it's called Paleo something. I'm subscribed to them and got their app here. The stuff looks great. We'll see how it tastes. I haven't ordered anything from them yet, but I'm planning on it. Hey Ralph, how you doing? Saying hi to everybody. Um, let's see. If I missed something, guys, put it back up. I'm rambling again, and like I said, it's hard to see. Jake saying gone fishing. You're right. What you do over Christmas there, son. That's true. I have to keep everybody, in the. Does he or doesn't he? Uh, Wanted to drop by Lincoln and say hi and blessings to everyone. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Um, Saying what did I miss? I missed some stuff. I'm sure I did. Brock saying thanks to George, and that is George, right? That's been pronounced. I believe so. But anyway, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And we've been creeping up. Like I said, we're hovering around 1850 now, 1851, 52, 50, 49, 50, 51. So it floats there. But we're still getting like 20, between 20 and 30 every 30 days or so. So I'm happy. I appreciate everybody that subscribed. I get a lot of people, though, that watch that aren't subscribed. And if you could subscribe if you're watching, I want to try to get to know more and more and more people so that I can meet up with them, hopefully. I drink this coffee so I can drink some of that cold drink. And everybody's saying hello. The orange. Oh, they're banging back there. They're going early. I like to see that. And then I think we're going to go with different tile. It's becoming not a nightmare, but the little smaller mosaics I think are going to be harder to work with. And I'm agreeing with my wife, and we're going to go with the 4 by square, 1 foot by 1 foot. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 of them in a lay down deal. I think we're going to go with those. It's still going to cost 20,000 baht for the tile, but I think it's going to be easier to work with, and so I'm going to go with those. It'll look just fine. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it, Andy. You're the best, man. My wife will be happy. She will get money again this month because I think we went over $100. You have to go over $100 in stuff to be able to get it from AdSense. Then it goes directly to her account. So I keep track of her, though. Not that I have to. No, she's in charge of all of it. It's all hers, and boy, she's happy to have it. Let's see. Let me say question. One trip Phuket, Koh Samui. I don't know if we'll go to Samui, but what it is, one of the subscribers here who I've become friends with has invited a couple of people, and a couple of people declined as far as like Chuck and Joe. They've got stuff to do during the holiday. His brother-in-law and sister-in-law, his wife's Thai, obviously, lives in the States, but is going to be coming here. Anyway, he has a big, nice, you'll see the boat. Obviously, we'll do a bunch of vlogs on it, but I'd offer to take us fishing. The guy's going to take us fishing for free, and I'm sure the boat's expensive. It's like a 40, 50 footer. I mean, it's a big fisher, so it'll be fun. I haven't done any fishing, and I really enjoy fishing. I haven't done any fishing since I left in over 4 years, so I'm looking forward to it. T&W is going to go with me, so that'll be fun, and I'll drive from here to Udon. We'll fly out of Udon to Phuket and stay about 4 days, and should be fun. Question, Dave, are you still using T-Mobile? Yes, I used it while I was in Thailand, but this okay, they want me to purchase day passes. Why? Yeah, are you over 50, Ralph? I think you're over 50, right? You should get on the over 50 deal, and that includes it. The only thing that they do offer day passes when you do come for unlimited telephone, but you're still unlimited text and all that through the 50 and over deal, as far as I know. But what I do is every time I think I'm going to talk to a bunch of people or have to do maybe some kind of business in the States or whatever, I pay the $5 and I got 24 hours. And during that, I do my business, and then I call my mom, my family, my friends, and it's unlimited for that 24-hour period. But you should be getting all the texts and all that stuff for free. It isn't the greatest internet in the world, but it works. I use it on my GPS on the bike when I'm out running around, so it does work. Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay anything unless you're gonna, like, as soon as you land, it will offer you the $5 a day unlimited phone calls, and it gives you better internet, faster this, faster that. But the basic that you get with that, you should have that. I would check into it definitely. Yeah, did your ears burning, Tim? I was talking about you. And just on a side note, maybe today I don't know if I can see the screen good enough, but I bought the California track. I guess the trucks are at California. We still haven't had a chance to hook up on our iRacing that he got me into, but I know he's probably been practicing, so he's waiting to kick my rear. But I noticed they were out there yesterday, so maybe I'll hook it up today. But I don't know if I can. I don't think I can look at the screen long enough. Um, yeah, I don't. That could be. That could be because it isn't the best in the world. It's like dial-up internet, and but I like I said, most of the time, well, my GPS or my Google would go out occasionally on the bike, but I'd get up the road a mile or 2 miles and it would kick back in, and it wouldn't do that very often either. But there are some dead spots, so it isn't the greatest in the world, put it that way. But it gave me the U.S. phone number to keep. People could get a hold of me. All my it's the phone I'm using right now to watch the YouTube side of of the stream. So it no, you should have the same. It could be that you were in a bad area. That could very well be. Yeah, that's the T-Mobile. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. $50 for unlimited text and internet in 250 some odd countries. And if you're a traveler to Mexico or to Canada or something like that, Canada and Mexico phone is free also. But like I said, they give you the option if you want to talk to all your family one day, you pay $5 and it's unlimited, and it gives you a better internet too for that 24-hour period. I've had it since I've come here, so over 5 years probably. I've had. What did I miss? I saw. Let's see. Maybe on good coverage, which I think could be. Joe saying hi to Tim. I don't know what this was in regard to. 4 times Tommy. I don't know what that is. Tim's also getting real close to. So I'm looking forward to driving to Udon to go to Phuket. I might even go like a day earlier than I was thought, just so I could float in his pool for a while. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to that trip. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping Mitch is going to be able to make it. We kind of talked about it again. He's invited. Excuse me. So hopefully he's got family and all sorts of stuff coming in, but he's going to try to finagle his way into making it there for the fishing for a couple of days or something. Yeah, I had. What did I have? I forget which one I had from the sim that I bought there, but it's one that everybody uses and it's quite good actually. I forget the name of it now. Somebody will refresh my memory, but I did. I'm on my wife's because she works for NT now, which is TOT, and CAT, which are government-owned internet companies, and we get our TV and all that stuff and internet and all that. I have it all bundled into one big package, and we get all their stuff. So I have theirs in my iPhone 7, and T-Mobile in my teddy bear iPhone 8. My wife got me a glass. I don't know why she got me a glass covered, but anyway. Oh, sorry guys, I lost you for a minute here. There you are. Shout out to Robert Mack is en route. He is en route, right? Is he in the air? I saw he was earlier. Must be in an airport or somebody stopped by to say hello. Thanks, Dave. I'm probably overthinking it. Been here 8 days and very slowly getting. Yeah, yeah. I would, yeah, I would just see. It could be you're in a bad area. Which it could be very possible, Ralph. But that one, that I do need to trim this. That one That $5 deal is actually pretty cool if you're here. I don't know if you're here now for good or you're here for long periods of time, kind of like Brock, or what your situation is. I probably have asked you before, but it it's kind of cool because I do, like I said, I can stack everything I need to do business wise, or stuff for what I need to do in the U.S., and then incorporate my whole family and friends, everything into a long day, and just talk, and it costs $5, so it's quite reasonable. Let's see. I bought a Samsung phone here in just by minutes. Yeah, and some Samsungs are. I know James. I was talking to him, and he's got one of the top of the line one, and they're just as much as the iPhones. I guess it's the only thing. Like I said, and I'm with James on that. If and when now, according to Brock, he's saying in some of the countries they're making the iPhone use the USB-C for the charger, and if the Lightning deal is the only pain in the ass that I see with that I dislike about my iPhone. I'm not that great on all the crap that it can do. Like I said, I'm still learning what the 8 can do. How old's the 8? 5, 6, 7? Excuse me, 7 years? I don't know. So it's old, and I still haven't figured it out. Yeah, AIS. That's what I had, and I I never had any problems with it. Do you have any problems with it, um, Douglas? I liked it. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? I'm still battling on whether I'm going to be able to make it on Christmas. I've got some stuff at home. My mom had to go into the deal. I still have the hotel booked, and it's definitely want to be there. So I will I will keep you advised and let you know. But some things have changed recently, um, which I'd share with you privately. But as of right now, I'm still hoping to. I'm still got the reservations. Lewis is a. I really wanted to meet him, and if I don't, are you going to be here for any? When are you coming in to Thailand? I thought you were going to be here like the whole month of December. So if I can't finagle it, I'd like to at least come and shake your hand uh, for sure. So let me know. But I am trying to. I really want to. I'm not a big bar guy. I'm not a big drinker. Uh, as you know, and I said earlier, I don't like one of the guys that is going to attend there, but I don't think that he would try to do anything, and I don't really care unless he wants to get hurt. But the it has nothing to do with any of that. But uh, I'm not a big bar person, but I definitely am still planning on it. All right, December. Oh, my birthday. My birthday's the 22nd for 6 weeks. Okay, so if it does turn out that I can't, I definitely want to meet up with you somewhere during that period for sure. But I would like to make it there. I've never been in a bar situation like that. Even though the last time I was in Pattaya, I got invited to go with Meow and Jim and Daz and all that, and I didn't make it. I'm just a lightweight, man. I go to bed at 9 o'clock and I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But I definitely want to meet up for sure. I know it's going to be epic. I'm sure. I'm sure your party's going to be fun. Um, I'm saying house Wi-Fi runs on DTAC SIM with a 12-month plan for 800 baht. My portable Wi-Fi's are using AIS. Yeah, Brock's got an unbelievable deal. He would talked about it a few times when he was in Australia. And I know, and I'm bummed out too that I'm not making it to Pachuap too. That's another one of the places that is involved in some of the stuff that I have to get done. So anyway, life's a bitch, and then you die, right? But I'm hoping to. I definitely want to. Interesting date. My birthday is off. Oh, really? Well, and my cousins. My cousin Robin, who I'm actually her baby because she was born. She was like 5 or 6 years old when I was born, so I was like born on her birthday, so I was her baby. So you were born on a great day. Uh, but if I missed something, guys, put it back up. I'm trying not to lean forward because I know the microphone sounds better back here. Hi, gorgeous Thailand. How are you doing? Uh, welcome. I have my what? Your Note 20 and the non-phone. Yeah, I got those two. I inherited the 7 when this one passed away, so I just used that as my Thai phone. My Thai phone number. I got the card from NT now, which is the TOT and CAT merging called NT. That's where my wife works for the government, which I'm very happy to have as for my insurance is covered. So that makes it nice. Um, I was thinking, trying to talk to the wife into overnight trip to Surin and Brewer. Well, let me know for sure. We'll definitely meet up for something, dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever you'd like. I'm retired and living the dream in Thailand, so I'm pretty much open. At least here in Surin, it's a lot easier for me to go. And like I said, with the all the crap that I've got going on in the backyard, that's my major problem with going anywhere for a period of time. Uh, it is that them making a mistake and having to jackhammer shit out when I got back home. I just, I just don't want to deal with that. Well, gorgeous, not me. Uh, yeah, time for new phone again. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's so, like I said, I find it hard to. I paid $1,000 7 years ago or whatever the 8 came out. I paid $998 for this, and it's not even. Excuse me. It's not even the real large storage. It's the lesser one, uh, not the 256 or whatever, 90 something or whatever it is. Um, and I just can't see doing that. And this MSI computer gaming laptop that I got, which I love, it does 4K editing, does everything that I wanted to do for YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I paid less than $1,000 from this, buying it off the shelf in the computer store here in Surin. So it's hard to. Doesn't matter how much, like people say, well, if you're a millionaire, I guess you don't care. I don't know, man. If I was a millionaire, I wouldn't just throw money away. It's like I don't know. I still would think that why do I have to spend more for a phone than for my computer? So I don't know. But like I said, that's I think was how the conversation went that I got out of James that he paid just as much for the Samsung was in the $1,000. The new Samsungs are the same as the same price as the iPhones. So I guess it's just went that way. That's just how much phones are. But I'll lose this until its dying day, which is getting close. And I've dropped it a million times. And these cases, whatever you get, man, make sure you put your phone in a case. I've dropped it. I'm going to say I've dropped this phone in 5 or 6 years, 5,000 times, maybe more, and have not. I've always had that glass laminated screen on it or whatever, and it's cracked that before. I never cracked the screen on my iPhone. So we'll see. We're just saying I use Google Pixel 4 XL for my work phone, and I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max for home use. Both brilliant. Yeah, my wife just got the 14 Max, and she loves it, but she's been wanting the since we got together. I want to say since the 11 or something. She's been wanting the new iPhone, and then a deal came up, and I said, yeah, and her phone kind of went kaput. Not completely. We had it completely redone and gave it to the oldest daughter. She had the same thing as me, the 8 plus or whatever it is, and she loves the 14. And I think it was, I want to say it was 1,000, 1,100. I don't remember US dollars, but I don't know. I guess if that's what they are, that's what they are. So when they, but see, I'll probably won't. If I could buy the 11 or the 13 or the 12, for a third of what I'd have to pay for whatever the new one is when this one takes a dump, I'll probably buy that. So I don't see it. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out how to work the 8. So if I don't think it warrants me to get the top of the line iPhone when I do need one. Uh, I don't. You know what it is. I sit, I sit in my. I'm sitting up, or I'm at the edge of the bed, or whatever I am. I'm probably in a chair, and I fall asleep, and it falls out of my hand and bang, bang on the floor numerous times. Even if, like before, when I had a couch, I'd lay on the couch and my arm would flop over and the phone would go flying down the deal. So mostly um, looking at my phone instead of just going to sleep. But that's the main reason why I drop it so much. There's Uncle Craig. How you doing, Craig? Glad you. Somebody just tried to pop in. I don't know who it was. Well, how are you feeling? I know Craig's had the virus, and he got hit pretty hard, man. From what you had been saying, because a lot of people that I know had, it, including my daughter, uh, I didn't. They, like I said, the best thing that they had, and we gave it to other people through my wife's work, is a bottle of honey and a box of Lipton tea bags and Manaus. And my daughter liked it, made it hot tea. She liked it better than any of the stuff that the doctors had given her. So I don't know if you tried it or not. Jake's here, so let me change the screen here, Jake. And there he is, brother Jake, in the United States of America,
Back in the swamp, baby.
back in the U.S. of A.
Yeah, back in
Let's see.
Florida. Thank God when I landed, it was like 72 degrees because it had been like 55 earlier. And when we
You
landed in
froze.
we landed in Minneapolis and had to walk down the jetway, it was like 28 degrees. I thought I was going to have to carry the wife because she wanted to seize up in the cold.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Let's see.
Hey, so
George is.
there was a lot of phone talk here, Dave, and still is. So I wanted to pop in
Yeah,
and give you
yeah.
what
By
I've
all
learned,
means.
maybe.
Sure.
Um, so a little update. I had told before that I thought that Google Voice would work for me no matter where I went, and that's partly true. So with Google Voice, you can make a phone number, and you can use it basically to make phone calls stateside. Um, Overseas, it lets you text to somebody, but you can't carry on a text conversation. And I even tried a VPN, and it was a little squirrely because Google's smart enough to know if you're using a VPN. So it
Right,
might
right,
depend
right.
on what kind of VPN you've got. I tried a couple of different ones, and ultimately
Yeah.
Skype. I still had money on a Skype account from like 5 years ago, and I used that to call my mother almost every day, and it was dirt cheap. She does not have Skype, so I was using Skype to call basically a voice over IP cable phone, like you get from the cable company
Yes. Yeah.
here in the US.
Cool.
I'd call it a
Huh.
landline, but it's not a true landline. It's through the cable company. And I could talk to her for about 5 minutes, and it would cost me, I don't know, like 10 cents or 15 cents or something stupid.
I can't beat that.
So
Like I said, that deal that comes up every once in a while on my T-Mobile is $5 a day for beefed up internet. It brings the internet you get with that program, but you get 24 hours for $5. I could call 200 people anywhere in the world, and it costs $5.
yeah, I just needed my cell phone, my AT&T phone for, all this dual authentication for,
Right,
like your
right, right,
accounts and things like that.
right.
I needed that in
Exactly.
order to get into some accounts and do some things for the first 4 days I was in Thailand before I got a SIM card locally.
Right.
Those bastards charged me $10 a day for a day pass.
Wow.
$40. So I will tell you, we went down to the mall and got an AIS 200 baht prepaid plan, right? You pay 200 baht. I think most of
Okay.
it actually goes on your plan. It's unlimited data, Now, granted, I think it slows down a little bit after
Right,
you exceed
right,
like, I don't know, 5 or 6 gigabytes or whatever it is.
right.
But it worked great. You can top
I
up
like
using
AIS. I
your
like it.
cell phone if you're making phone calls back and forth and using your time. But for the most of the time, as you know, Dave, you're within a Wi-Fi connection somewhere in Thailand. All you got to do
Yes.
is ask if you're in a restaurant or a coffee shop or shit, just about anywhere that you're at.
Yep.
And so you can use line call, which, as you know, we do extensively, right? Like line
Yes.
call,
Yes.
line messaging. And
Definitely.
so I found I came back to, okay, I got 3 phone lines here in the States, me, the wife, and my mother. And it's
Right.
normally $142 a month, right? And it's not unlimited at all, everything. I've been looking to change it. I just got a little behind the 8 ball before we left for Thailand. But that's one of my next points of action, is to change that up a little bit. Unfortunately, in my neighborhood, we don't have good T-Mobile coverage. So Verizon offers something very similar
Right.
with regards to at least the cost. But the AIS prepaid, like 200 or 250 baht plan. So Sean, I see you're out there kind of talking about this. You can. It's best to go into the store, and they're in every mall, rather than to try to get the SIM through
Definitely.
7-Eleven. You just
Yeah.
flash some ID, give them a phone
I
number,
agree.
so
I
and,
agree
and
with
you're
that.
good to go. I mean, it
I went and
works
got
so
AIS.
good.
I loved AIS. I had no problem because that's the same thing what I did. When I got an AIS prepaid deal, and then I could do it from my phone. If I was in a 7-Eleven, I could top it up. I could do whatever I wanted to, and it worked fine. And then when I got with Nitnoy and her being part of the government one, she wanted me to have that naturally. So I've got that, and it's okay. I got no complaints. They're getting better and better now that they've merged. They're trying to put together better internet stuff. So right now I've got 1,000 up and 1,000 down at home, or actually 500 up and down on this. Um, it's a gaming deal because I don't know how that bandwidth and everything works, but the big wig who I really like at her work, me and him kind of hit it off. Make sure he gets the best. He was looking out for me, and what he said was the 1,000 up and 1,000 down is a home plan, and millions of people will be on the bandwidth. And he said the one that I got, the 5G gaming, 500 up, 500 down, is actually faster because the bandwidth, there isn't as many people on it. So, and it works good. I'm not even plugged in. I'm just over my Wi-Fi. I've got it plugged into my racing sim over here in the corner with the iRacing. So it's plugged in over there.
You're using, I mean, you got to have that kind of stuff if you're doing live gaming. But for the average
Yeah.
person who's like maybe streaming some YouTube or some Facebook and those kind of things.
Yeah, just their normal stuff for what is it? Almost nothing to have it at home. 200 baht a month or something, 300 or something.
It depends on the company. I know my sister-in-law had it put out at my father-in-law's place where you last saw me on camera in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And it's the True. True has a good internet system as far as their routers, their modems, etc. Seem to be working. Hi, Verna. How are you? And the True system worked really good with the router and everything. There was one time it burped and I basically unplugged it. I think we'd had some power outages because of a storm. I unplugged it for 2 minutes, plugged it back in, thing booted right back up. So, I mean, one problem in 6 weeks, I'll take that,
Yeah.
Damn, Craig, what kind of ghetto plan is that? Holy moly. That's nice.
It only works in one spot that he has to stand on one leg. And
actually,
hold
I'll
it
tell
up in
you
the
what
air,
I was
but
impressed by. If you go by Craig's house, it's up on stilts, but he's actually got the Wi-Fi login code on one of the pilings where you'd like sit under the house and hang out with them. I'm like, hey, you got Wi-Fi? Hey, can I hop on it? And he goes, yeah, sure. Here's the password. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like you're in a restaurant. He just puts it up on the wall, Hey, Daz
let's
is
see,
here.
Daz said hello to you earlier, or said Gator's here. I've had the AIS prepaid for 4 or 5 years, same number.
If you want to pop
Yeah, I can't say anything bad. Hello, how are you?
She's cleaning up.
I got no complaints about AIS. I'd love to sit and talk up my wife's NT thing, but I can't really. I can't talk down. AIS was probably one of the best deals that I had while I've been here. But like I said, on the 7, every time that you've seen me and I've lost power, or I'm in Pattaya, and the 2 hotels that I've been there, their internet's been crud. I piggybacked off that little iPhone 7, and it's worked. So I can't say bad about that either. But AIS, I agree with Daz. I've had no problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
in years past, I went with DTAC, and every time I went to like the mall or someplace where they had over the air freaking internet,
Hey
maybe it's
Bruce.
changed, but I
Yep.
always saw AIS, I saw True, I saw all these other companies that were offering like internet, like through data, and DTAC wouldn't. It would pull it out of whatever my monetary allowance was,
Right. Right.
and I had sort of the prepaid plan like I've got now, rather than if you're going to be there long term, and by long term I mean like 6 months or something, it's probably worth it to go with a plan like what Craig and you or Daz,
Right.
depending upon your needs, what
Yeah,
you
the people
have.
that pop in, yeah, I would just get the AIS prepaid deal, pop it in your phone, and you're fine for the 3 weeks or a month or whatever you're going to spend. And like Jake's saying, if it's a longer period of time, then you can check in. And depends on what you're doing. Like I know that Sean is, he's going to be working and stuff, so he needs. He was actually talking with Brock at one time about his little hotspot deal because he needs it for his work. So then you're in a different situation if you're working
And
on
that's
the
the thing,
internet.
you got to figure out what your situation is.
Internet.
The We were talking about phones, and what type of phones and how expensive they become. Well, a few years, more than a few now, probably maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I used to be a Samsung guy all the way. And then when Samsung got as expensive or more expensive as iPhone, I said, I can't do this anymore. So I went to Motorola, and I have a Moto G stylus. You saw it, Dave. It's a big
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
They've got some other ones that are smaller. My
Hey,
wife's
Bobby.
got a Moto G Power. Now, what does that mean? It's heavy because it's got extra battery power. The thing will actually stay powered up for like 3 or 4 days without a charge,
Oh, really?
even talking
Wow.
on it. Yeah, and mine's about a 2 day, even with minor stuff. But if I start going um, Google Maps and such like that, it'll eat it up.
See you
All
later,
right,
Ralph.
Ralph. Yeah, keep
Take it
left,
easy.
and be sure you look right. Right.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's different driving here. That's a whole nother issue. It was harder for me. The scooter, when after I was on the scooter for the 2 weeks when I was here in Kamala before I flew back to actually stay, uh, I kind of got used to it. When I got back, I bought my PCX, and I was fine. The hardest thing that I found actually was in the car, getting used to the blinkers. I'd turn on the wipers continuously, and shifting with my wife's truck was a manual transmission, and shifting with my left hand was really bizarre. Now I've been doing it for 3.5, 4 years now, so I'm a lot better at it. But I definitely wouldn't want to get on any racetrack and have to shift with my left hand. Never work.
Yeah, I'll tell
But
you. You talking about trucks, man? I know who has a nice truck there in Thailand is um, Jim Miller from
Jim, yeah,
Jim
yeah,
Meow.
yeah, yeah.
That Ranger of his, man. Whew.
Nice truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to ride in that. That was a nice ride.
And he kind of got that actually from. It was kind of good that we all met up. Tim had that truck. He ended up, I think, getting rid of his truck and getting an SUV because his daughter's going to be coming back with his wife from the States with the baby eventually here. So they needed
Tim from T&W,
something.
Tim.
TNW, yeah. He was into I think sales, right, Tim, on vehicles. He was a car salesman. I don't want to say car salesman, but yeah, I think he was kind of a car salesman at one point in his life.
A
But
vehicle
he was big in
broker.
the farm.
Vehicle
Yeah,
broker
there you go.
sounds better,
There you
right?
go. That does sound better. But he had that Ford, and think that's where originally, because they were looking at older Fortuners, 2-3 years old, and they were $1 million.
Yeah.
And it was like, so then I guess he looked at the Ford, and it's a excellent vehicle, and I think they paid 900, eight something for the thing. So it's like it's very reasonable compared to car prices here in Thailand, because that's what we paid 900 for the for our little the electric hot rod. So
And that's a nice looking
yeah,
car too, Dave.
yeah, I like that car. It's awesome. But the truck was a excellent choice, and he's enjoying the hell out of it. I know he's got nothing but
Ron John's got a
good thing.
big old Chevy. It's God, I can hardly get up in the thing, but you know how short I am.
Be careful if you would ride with Uncle Craig. Is he a maniac, or you a maniac on the road?
Craig's
Too,
got a
Craig?
big truck too, man.
I just speed shift in a pinch, no clutch. Uh, yeah, it sounds like you're feeling better, which is awesome, because I know that you were pretty miserable there for a couple of days. And like I said, I've never had it. Jake has, and his experience were more on the lighter side, right? You never
Yeah.
really had a knockdown in the
If there
dirt,
was no such thing as COVID, I would have thought I had a cold.
cold. Yeah, exactly. And that's the way my daughter was. That's the way Mitch was. Everybody that I know had the same experience. Thank God. Craig's the only one that I heard, that really had a hard time with it. Now, there's Boomer. I don't know if you guys know Boomer, or if you know 20 Seconds in Thailand, Rob. One of the guys that had a place there for, I want to say he'd been in Kamala 30 years or something. He's like 70. He was like 75 years old, and he had a fall or something. He had to go in the hospital, and he was always in D shape. I ate there 2 or 3 times. Nice gentleman, and he died in the hospital. They said from he caught COVID when he was in the hospital. So I guess if you're, which makes me not like it. I've been vaxxed. I've had triple vax deal. I'm probably, if I woulda, coulda, shoulda, I would have been an anti-vaxxer. But for me, knowing I was going to be wanting to travel, I would have never thought that. I would have thought you would have always had to show your card to travel, and that's pretty much not so now. So, which worked out for the people that said I'm not going to take the vax. I'm not going to get vaccinated.
I think Craig said he had a couple or 3 boosters even.
Yeah, he said he's a 3 vax deal. I'm almost positive.
But these things mutate. There's new strains and everything. But I maintain that there's some good natural remedies and things that help prophylaxis on it, as far as vitamin D and zinc and
well, see, you know what I think has helped me in the
vitamin
process
C.
is because I didn't get out in the sun a lot, and for 2 years before I came to Thailand, I've been taking a max dose vitamin D pill once a week. That's how strong it is, for 6 years. So I've been on heavy doses of vitamin D for a long time, and I haven't got anything. Now I'm waiting because between respiratory stuff and all that kind of stuff, it probably could knock me in the dirt. The biggest thing that scared me when Craig was talking back and forth with our little group was the shortness of breath. Yeah. I hadn't heard any. My daughter never talked about shortness of breath. I never heard you talk about shortness of breath. That kind of stuff. That would freak me out, because, like I said, just wearing that mask freaks me out, because I think it's restricting my breathing, and it's more in my mind than anything else. But when he said about the shortness of breath, or walking, 10 steps and, getting out of breath and stuff, that I went, wow, man, I don't need that COVID crap.
Yeah, sure. Flying from Bangkok to Korea on Korean Air, you had to wear the mask. So I took about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half to eat my lunch.
That's what I would do too. Or constantly drink. Bring me another soda.
So something else that's that the Thais use, actually, and I used it the first time I got COVID, and the second time I got COVID, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but I had less of an issue, was the Andrographis extract. And I'll put that, let me move windows here, and I'll put that in the chat here. Andrographis.
And vitamin D, zinc, and intervictin guy. Let's see. what did Craig say here? I steadily IV. Is, you know, I'm telling you, man, that local honey and Lipton tea, we've given it to three people, my daughter and two people that got it from my wife's work, and they said it gave them awesome relief from the symptoms that they were having. So I don't know. I take about 2 or 3 times a week. I'll take a teaspoon of the honey in my coffee, and supposedly it's supposed to be good for hay fever and anything that you get through the air and all the stuff from the bee pollen stuff part side of it. And I don't know. I haven't had any problems, but and I like the honey. So yeah, and you can buy
Yes.
it. You buy 3 bottles. Go ahead.
Speaking of honey, it was Douglas Williams and his wife gave us a lovely little gift basket when we visited them, and it had this nice bottle of honey, like a really large bottle of Thai honey there. And I want to let him know it made it home safely, so we wrapped it
I
up
do
and
it. This one,
brought it home.
I bought 3 of these off of Lasada, and what I liked about this one was they gave a graft on the honey, because I guess what my wife said is a lot of people will give you honey and it'll just be sugar water, but you can buy these off of Lasada. I want to say I got 3 of them for 100 baht each. It was like 300, and you can get, I think they're like 100 baht a piece. So what is that? $3 for I don't know how big this is. Is it a liter? Yeah, 1,000. So it's a liter. But I don't know. I got that way when I was in Costa Rica. The people there said take a tablespoon of honey a week or whatever from their local, the stuff that was from that area, and I started doing it in 2015, and even when I got home, I did it.
Have you ever seen the bee pollen that's sold? It's like yellow little beads. You ever seen
I've
that?
seen it before. I've never done it.
My wife uses it to help treat her allergies.
It's supposed to help.
Yeah, it's more concentrated than the honey because it's the bee pollen, so you can just take a little spoonful of it. I think you could probably mix it in a smoothie or whatever else. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute, Dave. I got to take a quick break.
Yeah, go ahead. 9-10 years ago, first time in Thailand, my girlfriend's sister gave us the keys to their car and trusted me, never driven on the wrong side of the road again, let alone drive from the passenger side. I know it was weird for me. More so, like I said, in the truck, manual shifting with my left hand made everything 10 times as hard as if I would have been driving an automatic. So it makes life a lot easier. I'm way behind, guys. If I miss something, and I think I said hi to Bobby. How you doing? And I did get your message. So are we looking at January for sure, or Jai is still trying to put that together? Bobby had sent me a thing saying that Jai was trying to get their visit back here to get everything started in her retirement process in January. We were hoping, I was hoping for December, but January's not bad either. Hey, Gary, glad you could make it. I didn't, like I said, if I missed something, guys, put it back up. I think, I'm not that far behind. So, all right, Jake, I did the raw meat, make it home safely. The raw meat, you gave raw meat too. Let's see. January 2nd. Very cool. Are you coming straight here, or you're gonna go? Well, obviously you're gonna be landing, and you're gonna come into Buriram. Are you getting wheels in Bangkok and driving? I imagine you're probably gonna fly into Buriram. Let me know if you guys need a ride. Let me know. I'll come get you. Buriram's not that far. It's like, what, 45, 50 minutes? By all means, I'll come get you if you don't. I'm sure you probably got family and stuff that will do it, but there's an extra shout out if you need me. I will come get you. Excellent stuff.
What was that from Bobby? I missed that.
Well, he had told me a while ago that Jai was trying to put together the trip in January, and now he's saying January 2nd, which is very cool. So I'm looking forward to that. So I told him that if he needs a ride from there to Surin here, I can come get him and bring him. If he's flying in, I don't know for sure if he's flying in. Oh, you're gonna rent a car, okay? So he's renting a car in BKK.
Bobby, how long are you in country for? Because I know he hasn't gotten Jai to retire yet.
She's gonna hate it coming and seeing me because all I'm gonna do is tell her that retire. She's gonna say, "Shut up and get out of my house."
I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I was hoping I'd be there the same time because we get back March 1st.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be back soon. I think that once Jai gets here, gets settled into, okay, yeah, this could work. Yeah, this would be kind of nice. Hopefully, it will push her over the edge, and she goes back and retires. Is what I'm gonna hopefully try to instill in her. But hopefully she will. And I can't wait to meet her anyway. And Bobby, I can't wait to meet them both.
Yeah, to hell with him. I want to meet Jai. Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Put a little on open wound, cover and heal quickly. Oh, okay, raw honey. Wow, I didn't know that. Brock's a smart man, way smarter than me. But let's see, Dave.
Brock definitely gathered wisdom through the years.
Douglas is tricky. Okay. Let's see, a month. Maybe we can convince her to just call and quit. I can call for her. Tell her it's not a problem. If she doesn't want to do it, I can be her voice to her boss in the States. I think she's gonna, once she gets here and gets in the mood, she'll be good. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. It's kind of fading in and out with your green screen, but I can see it. And that you got that from Douglas?
Yeah, and it looks
very
like
cool.
It was part of a gift basket, but like yours, it's a full bottle here for $1,000 baht. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he said that he wanted to know if you took the raw meat home. What else was in there? I think he asked the question.
No, I didn't bring any raw meat home. I know better because here's another travel tip for you. All right. If you're coming back to the States, and you have anything like seeds or whatever, any agricultural products, go ahead and declare those. Dave, my picture's freezing up here. Am I coming through okay?
No, you're choppy for some reason. I don't know why.
All right, let me recycle the connection. I'll be right back.
Okay. And Joe says he'll be here the end of March. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people there, and I can't wait to meet Joe too. So I got a lot of stuff I need to do between now and the first part of the year. That's why I'm not making any plans etched in stone, because I don't really know how everything's going to go between my mom and everything that I need to get done here and all this stuff. I guess I'm reprioritizing stuff that I need to. I mean, it sure would be nice for me to just drop everything and say I want to go to this party and I want to do this and want to do that. But I'm not that much of a selfish person. I mean, I am a selfish person, but I'm trying to get everything done. I want the place to be done and nice for the kids to have their New Year's and Christmas party that we're going to have. I want the pool to be done, the backyard to be safe for people to walk around and not fall in holes and concrete and stuff. So I guess I just have to prioritize this stuff I'm going to do. Yeah, Tim was saying choppy, but go ahead and talk now, Jake.
Yeah, I'm looking at what I'm connected to because I got 3 access points here in the house.
Yeah, it's lagging right now. You're lagging maybe half a second.
Well, I'm gonna let me go voice only. This might help a little bit.
Well, yeah, I can't tell now.
Well, you can't see me, but I mean, who needs to see my face anyway, right? So here's another travel tip. If you're coming back to the U.S. and you think you might have something that needs agricultural inspection, there have been times in my life where I don't. Yeah, I do. But like this time, my wife was bringing back a number of things that were foodstuffs, if you will. Nothing that was like, no meat, obviously, no fresh fruit, obviously. Those are go without saying. But if when we declared this and went to the agriculture guy, he thanked us 3 times. He said most people don't declare ahead of time. He said he signed off on the sheet. He said, go to the window and go to the head of the line. Just give it to that guy there. You're free to go. And it literally took about 2 minutes of time, if that. And so I recommend to anybody that's coming back from Thailand to the States, if you're bringing back anything that is of plant matter, my wife had sesame seeds. She had some dried flowers for food coloring purposes and some other things. Some curry powders and curry paste, some of them which Douglas's wife Noon really helped her get when we were up there in their neck of the woods in Lampung. And so, yeah, which I guess it's famous for that type of seasoning for lap, etc. And so we brought back a lot of stuff like that that we can't get here, or it's like super expensive here. And it was it's very beneficial to declare your stuff going through.
Did you see what Douglas wrote there?
Yeah, I see what he put up there. I'll be honest with you, Douglas. I gave that to my father-in-law because he likes. He doesn't have teeth, and he likes to put that on like bread. He likes to put jams and jellies on bread, so I left that with him, and I'm sure he will appreciate it because he likes those. He likes Long Gone, and he likes the blackberry.
HK. How are you? If you guys aren't subscribed,
I don't think I have that one. Is that one of the Filipina clans? There?
Yes.
I don't think I've got that one in my.
I think it was very supportive. Not good channel. Good people. Everybody there. Verna, Yads, everybody there.
Yeah, that's a
finally
good
getting the
crowd.
microphone
If you can join in with any of the Bobby's crew there,
everybody.
That's how we kind of got to know all these Filipino.
And they're great people. Great people. Yeah.
Wait, did I see is Chris in the chat?
Yeah, Chris is here, saying right here.
Yeah.
Hello to HK.
Hey, Chris, how are
Chris,
you?
I think I asked him a couple times. I don't know if he didn't hear me or he doesn't want to say, but when are you coming to Thailand, brother? I'm just curious. I'm still, like I said, Mike's has asked me a couple of times when I'm coming to Bangkok. So as I told him, it'll probably be when Chris drops in. But I know you had a bunch of stuff to take care of. So yeah, there it is, Hong Kong Explorer. She shortened it up, and she's in Hong Kong, right? But she's Filipina. Am I correct? HK? I think so. I've watched a couple of things.
I just shout out to Chris from Nomad Global Productions. My last full day in Thailand, I was able to grab coffee with Dana and Jib and one of their other friends from
really?
from Idea Studio channel. I encourage anyone that's visiting, or if you're living there, for God's sakes, take part in some of these meetups or reach out to people when you're going through their city or something. I met up with Ron, John, Craig.
Well, that's what Bobby. That's what Bobby was. Bobby was just asking, and I agree with Jake. It's fun to hit him up, but that's what Bobby was saying. He's coming in on whatever the second. He said, and with that car, is there anybody on his way to Surin? Which I imagine there's a lot of people. And depending on which way you're gonna zigzag through, there's all those people. Ron, there's TNW, in Udon, and a lot of people in Pattaya. Mitch, James, all them. You're the first Saturday of every month is the, and I think you miss it. I think No, it's that next weekend in Patea. Would be in. I pulled it up. Um, yeah, you're gonna miss that one. But
You know, I would I
January
would I would
7th.
recommend, if you're going,
My eyes are blurry.
even if you're going to miss the monthly meetup at the Wombat, you know, if you're going to be in Bangkok and you can spend a couple of days before you head up to Surin, Bobby, I would recommend you go down to Pattaya for the weekend and partake of, the
I
Tom
agree.
Thailand Digital Nomad does the lunch buffets, and him and Ryan are shooting videos for Eat Out Pattaya and stuff like that. I mean, that was great fun too, Dave. Having
Yeah, it
when we went
was.
to
No,
that
definitely,
Cafe Pascal together, and you missed out on the one
definitely.
the previous before the meetup on Friday. We did a what was it, Creole or Cajun
Yeah, I
Cafe
missed
down
it. I
on
missed it by about
Fatunac Soy
4 hours.
5.
I missed it by
Yeah,
3 hours or something like that. Yeah, two
that's
and a
why we
half, three
came and
hours.
stalked you later after the lunch. We
Yeah,
stalked you
that's
at
right.
your
That was
hotel,
and that was awesome.
right?
I got to meet Daz. I got to meet you. That was awesome. And I've got my eyes shut now, so I can't see the chat. This light is my eyes getting blurry. I don't know how long it's been. Let me open them for a minute. Hour and 15 minutes. So I might I can't read the chat anymore. Let me try shutting
Well,
this light off.
I'll read it for you, Dave. I mean, I'm not on
Hold
camera.
on. Let me. Oh, that's better. You can still see me, right?
I can see you
Maybe that's
fine.
better. Okay. Okay.
I
That
don't I
that
don't
light
use
is.
the light at all, Dave, and you can pretty much see
I
me. I
don't.
don't
I
use a
probably
green
don't,
screen.
and I probably don't, and I probably don't need to, Jake. I just do it. I don't know why, but it's really blurring me out. So,
No,
welcome
I
to
never I
okay.
never heard what was the final disposition. What is causing this problem with your eyes?
They don't know. She said it looks like a chemical burn. So, because when it first happened to me, I figured maybe because I put, I've always been a spicy food eater anyway, as far as Mexican food, jalapenos, and any hot peppers. I like spicy food. And now since I've been here, Mexican food's here and Thai food is here, as far as I'm concerned. Even with the habaneros and stuff, Thai food is still way up here. And I've over the 3.5 years, I, when I eat something that's not spicy, it's going, well, why bother? It's like, I want. So what I'm saying is, I chop chilies up, Thai chilies up, and I put them in eggs. I put them in whatever I'm eating. And I thought maybe I got it on my finger and rubbed my eyes or something. And the lady said, no, it's not that kind of a burn. So I said, okay, but I don't remember. This is the second time it's happened to me. It was about 3 months ago. Same thing. And I mean, it's painful. I mean, it's like, it's not, I don't know if anybody's ever, I had a contractor's explode in my face, or if you were a welder, if you ever got your eyes burned from looking at an arc, it, it blisters the eye, and then the blister pops, and it feels like somebody has glued sandpaper to the inside of your eyelids when that blister pops. That's about what, not quite as bad, but that's about what it feels like. Real. Every time you move your eye, it's like, something's scratching your. She said, obviously, my corneas. So it's not very enjoyable. So I'm hoping that I can figure out what the hell was going on. But my wife said, "Did you handle any of the chemicals and test the water, and did you treat the fish in any way?" And I don't. And when I do, I don't usually, I always wear gloves. And when I have a glove on my hand, I never go to my eye.
Hey,
I have more of a tendency to go to my eye when I don't have gloves on. So I
hey,
leave the
Dave.
gloves on for that. Yeah,
I know you can't read all the chat, but Brock brought up maybe it was cement dust.
it could be. And that's what I told her. I said the wind was blowing, and there's a lot of stuff, but trying to get exactly what I was saying to her, translating through my wife and stuff. I don't know if she completely understood me. I think it was the cement and the dirt and everything that they were kicking up, but and it could have been because 4 months ago, or not. I think they were probably still doing the pond, so it might have been just like a month and a half ago or whatever. Maybe they were doing something with concrete then too. Maybe I need to stay away from being outside when they're when they're mixing their concrete, which is only going to be
Douglas
maybe another couple of days. Go ahead.
Douglas, who knows a thing or two about chemicals in his background, and says cement is caustic; it will burn you. So I think Brock and Douglas and Mama Bear says maybe chemicals from the pond. So I think might just be time to view the construction from afar, maybe. Not
Yeah, I
get.
think so. What I've done is I've got my door closed. I can see everything from outside because I don't want to take a chance because, of course, that has gone across my mind, that stuff blowing around because it's been it was windier than crap the day that this happened. And of course, I didn't pay any mind to the stuff that my body was trying to tell me as my eyes were tearing up and trying to get rid of all the crap that was getting in my eyes. Of course, I didn't just immediately go, maybe I got to get out of here. I sat there like an idiot for 2 more hours, So, a lot of this stuff, I even after I look at myself and I go, you're not that stupid. You're a rather intelligent man. You think that you could figure that out. So I need to be more attentive, especially this is for everybody as we get older. Like I know that somebody had said we were talking about going to the doctor. My wife said 20 times, let me take you to the doctor. Let me take you to the doctor. I'm going, no, it'll be fine. No, it'll be fine. They won't be able to do anything. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Finally, I said, I just want the numbing shit, and then when I get there, she numbs them and I'm like in total bliss and oh, how long does this last? And she told me 10 minutes and completely deflated my balloon. And then I asked her, are you going to give me this to take home? And she said, no. And I said, oh, shit. Well, all right, the 10 minutes is fine. I'll take 10 minutes of relief any day of the week. So it's not bad now. Little bit scratchy, not horrible. She took off yesterday. Every 4 hours, she had to put in one drop, and every hour, she had to put in just like a saline type, a Visine type of mixture every hour. And now I had her do it this morning, and I guess I'm pretty much done with that unless they start to bother me because I have a hell of a time putting drops in my own eyes. I'm not very good at it.
You
So
need to take your glasses off first, Dave.
yeah, well, maybe I wouldn't flinch so much if I dropped it on my glasses, knowing that it won't get into my eyes.
You
Yeah,
might have the
that's a good
latest
idea.
COVID strain, which is like Sleestack 8 or something they're calling it, and
Oh
it
yeah.
causes itchy eyes. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah,
Bobby
because you
says
know
put
what it
on
is.
some swim goggles.
I think that's a good idea. The reason that I said that when you said that was I'm trying to get the guy who did all my cameras, and also he's an electrician and he worked on both my pumps and did some PVC stuff. The guy's a phenomenal uh, uh, technician, and I want him to come over here because I want a separate circuit pulled back just for my pond and the pool instead of trying to run everything off of whatever the plugs I have back there. So he was supposed to come over on Sunday, and then I said he never showed. My wife called him, and I guess the family said, "Is Dave still sick, or is he okay?" They didn't want to come because they thought maybe I had COVID. So she said, "Yeah, no, he's fine. It was his eyes, not." Oh, okay. Well, we will come soon because I want it all done nice. I don't want extension cords like I've had with the temporary and just a crap installation. The koi pond is pretty much state of the art, filtration and everything. And I want all the electrical and everything to be clean and spot on and not have to worry about if it rains that, is it this going to short out? Is that going to, I want it done right. So if he pulls me a new circuit just for the pond and just for the pool, so it'll only be the pool, will only be the pump and the light, and that's pretty much it. And the pond will have UV lights. It has solenoid valves for the sprays on the sieve screens, and it's got 3 pumps, and so it's got quite a bit of electricity it draws. I'll be curious. It'll probably be about the same. See, my electricity bill isn't cheap. My electricity bill is 7,000 baht a month.
Holy
That's
moly.
that's more than some people pay for their rent on
Oh my
their
God.
place. So
Hey, Dave, I got a question for you on that when
sure.
you were talking. Do you have some sort of a generator, even a solar generator backup for the koi pond?
an 800 watt, the one that I bought for the air conditioner for the tent. It runs all the pumps and everything on the koi pond. I just plug it right in. I've got a 5 gallon, well, it's actually four gallons worth of fuel and a cap. So what I'm saying is the thing will run for 2 days if I want it to.
And
So
what's
yes,
it
I do.
powered by? Gas?
Yeah, gasoline. I bought it
Okay.
off of Lasada for 7,000 baht. 7,000 baht. It's like, excuse me, if you've ever seen back home, I've got the EU Honda 1000 and 2000. If you've seen the little quiet
Yeah, I know
generators,
which
they
ones.
got the eco mode.
Trust me, I
It's
live in Florida.
exactly the same as the little 1000 watt Honda. It almost looks exactly the same. I put a timer on it. Um, they have a bunch of videos of this exact one on it's China. It's Chinese. Out of I put an hour meter on it so that I could tell to change the oil and stuff, which I didn't put on my Honda. I just changed it periodically, but I saw it in a video on YouTube, so that's a pretty good idea. And the meter just wraps around your spark plug and then counts your run time. So it's very easy to install. No major electrical or anything you got to do to it. And I just used to mount it on the top. I brought it up through the little spark plug inspection hole and used the GoPro mount. Their little double-sided 3M sticky
Yeah.
stuff, and stuck it right there. It's about yay wide, little hour meter, and the thing runs awesome. In fact, now that you said that, I try to go out there and start it once a month. I think it's time to go out and run it.
Dave,
But what I like to go
what
ahead.
about changing over to one of these? I don't know what level of electricity, how much electricity you need to run that thing. But what if about these portable
I've got
solar
two of them.
systems?
I got two of them, but I've got cheap ones. I don't have the big 1,000 watt, 30,000 baht ones. I've got the smaller, cheaper ones. Now they've got the
They've really
newer
come down in
batteries in there.
price if you look at like camping
Yeah.
equipment and things like that.
Yes.
And my mom bought me one of those almost like a prepper system, if you will. But it's good for hurricanes here. You charge it up, and it was probably about $2,200, but I think it might be overkill for.
Yeah, I've got the small one is perfect for the power outages that we have here for the stuff in the house. I almost thought about putting in a whole house generator, which I did install a Generac in a 3,000 square foot home in New York when I was there helping my buddy with the air conditioning business. And one of my good friends in California is the leading Generac sales in California for installing. He has a business that he puts in whole house generators, backup. And so you can run them off of either propane or, your propane tank, or diesel, or whatever you want to do. Propane's the best for, getting a big quantity of fuel in a small container. You can have it on your property. I thought about doing it here just for air conditioning wise, but now with these little ones and the fans that I've got and stuff like that, even if it goes out for 2, 3, 4 hours, I'm fine. If it goes much longer than that, I'll drive to a restaurant that has air conditioning and kick back for a while, or go to the movies. But for the thing with the pond is the two air pumps that I have that actually move the moving bed and that are actually in the pond, putting oxygen into the pond. They're the latest state of the art 100-liter pumps. They're yay big by yay long by this high, and they're actually battery operated. So they're plugged in. The power goes out. They'll run almost 8 hours on their batteries, which is cool because the bacteria and stuff, as long as it's getting some oxygen, and it'll take 24 hours for it to die, the good bacteria. So this helps. So that helps. And then between the generator, I'm pretty much got everything. When he does do the power for those, I'll probably have him give me an access point that I can actually have a switch over for the pond, and plug it into the generator and have a manual transfer switch to switch it over to the generator, and then just let the little generator run. But I do like those solar deals, and I have thought about buying a good one, 1,000 watt. I want to say they're 18,000, 17,000 baht, so they're still reasonable. But the big ones, the 2,000s, 40,000 baht. So that's getting up into what you're talking about, what you've got there. But that's what you need if you're going to do it. But a lot of these people that are going camping and all that stuff, that they have them. That's what they use for.
Yeah, the smaller
heat.
ones might be good enough to power like the koi pond or something like that. But
yeah,
when
because
you
all my
mentioned
pumps are low.
your buddy is like into he's the top Generac guy in California.
Right.
I'll tell you, here in the hurricane belt of the Southeast, Generac is the gold standard for
Is it?
for
Yeah,
freaking whole house generators.
Yeah, because when the motorhomes and everything that I was in, whether it be a diesel pusher or I had a big Southwind slide and all that kind of stuff, Onan was the generator to have. Now Generac is even pushing into that market, and I think that they make a quality product by all means. The one that I put in New York worked, and that was an automatic switchover. So that one sensed that the power went down, switched over to started the generator. The house baby had a blink, and it was up running, and it was a whole house. And I want to say that the house was damn near 4,000 square feet. So it wasn't like a little, cottage. And they had air conditioning and everything. It ran everything. It was the biggest, I think it was the biggest one that Generac made for home, if I'm correct in remembering. Been a while now. And I can't see the chat, so if you guys are, there's 25 people here now. If I haven't answered your comments, it's not because I don't like you or I'm a snob or any other.
No, it's all right, Dave. I'll monitor the comments. Most people are talking about their weight gain, coming back and forth, quitting tobacco and some other stuff, and
I'll tell you what, man,
Tom's talking about going to eat outs here at Peaky Blinders. I drove by Peaky Blinders like 3 times. I would really like to go there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go there. And then my biggest food when I go there is my biggest jonesing is Mexican food. Give me a Mexican restaurant, 2 margaritas, and that's about all I can drink alcohol-wise. But I'm in heaven, and I didn't get to try any of it. And we've got such a limited thing here. I wish that somebody would come here and open up a Mexican restaurant, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Hey, I'll just put this out there, Dave. You went to Pattaya. You had a chance to order grab food from Prime Burger, and you ordered from Burger King, my friend.
Burger King, I did. And I say, but then again, you have to understand is the only source of fast food that we have here within an hour drive is KFC.
Yeah.
McDonald's in Buriram is an hour away. The closest Burger King is 3 hours away. So it's like, wow. So it's a fast food I do too. It's probably better off I don't eat fast food. But I thought about it when I looked at what's the other delivery, Panda. I looked at that and I kind of looked at some Mexican restaurants and I couldn't. And then I even looked at Taco Bell and said this and that. And I don't know. I went back and forth. And I said, screw it, give me a hamburger. It's easier, click, and it was there, And I like Subway too. Subway is my other big jonesing deal.
I actually like Burger King. I haven't eaten Burger King. I don't eat. I guess the closest I come to fast food here in the U.S. is, a good Chick-fil-A sandwich is like crack to me.
Yeah, I hear people talking about that all the time. James, all this. There was a Chick-fil-A in Frisco right by where I was living when this one was getting the bone marrow transplant, and all over Chick-fil-A. Never have tasted it. Never have eaten a bite of Chick-fil-A. Don't even know what they have. Don't know anything about them except must be a chicken joint. But I've never eaten there, so it's kind of sad to say. and they're all over California.
When you come back to the U.S., put it on your bucket list there that you need to
And what do
eat
I want when I go there?
a
What do I want?
standard Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Okay, a standard Chick-fil-A
Don't
sandwich.
don't order the spicy. Don't order the. I mean, those are good too, but just order the regular Chick-fil-A
Okay.
sandwich. And if you like mayonnaise, put a touch of mayonnaise
That's
on
it.
it.
Now I can see Tim's deal here. I without the light, I've got my eyes open now. I can kind of see what I'd give for a Chick-fil-A. They must be good. I know that when my niece and nephew, the ones that were real close, they actually came all the way from Colorado, drove straight through in the last days of
Ryan's
hospital.
from New Orleans, so he's a little biased, saying that Popeye's chicken sandwich is better.
That's another
Now,
one that they've had.
I'll be honest, I've had both of them. They're both good, and I'll say that
I've never eaten
my
it. I've never
favorite,
eaten at Popeyes either.
my
Never eaten there.
favorite is the Chick-fil-A regular. But if you go into the spicy, Chick-fil-A spicy versus the Popeye spicy is better, but it's still not as good as the
And see, when I went up
regular.
towards Fresno area, there was a Popeyes, and they are in California. Still never have tried that. And what I was saying, my niece and nephew, they moved out of California area 20 years ago or whatever, and they went up to Colorado. And the day that we found out that she was going, they drove 10 hours down to make sure that they were there before she passed. And that was her favorite. We actually had her from when she was 12. When my wife's mother passed away, we took her in and put her through, and she went to college and stuff. She's a great kid. Anyway, the reason I'm telling the story is every time when they leave Colorado, the only thing on their mind is how do we drive and hit the first what's that drive-through hamburger place that everybody
White Castle?
no, shit. I was just thinking the name, and now
Five Guys?
No. God. The
Um,
one that has the lines coming down the street.
Crystal?
In-N-Out burger. That's what they think of. How do I make my travel from Colorado back to come to see people in California? They drive wherever the closest In-N-Out burger is to get their In-N-Out burger fix. Mine is Jack in the Box. I've been eating Jack in the Box secret sauce since I can remember ordering it. The Jack in the Box was right a field.
No, Ralph, that ain't it, man.
Yeah.
Jollibee ain't it, brother. They put like a quarter pound of mayonnaise on that. Ugh.
I'll try some weight before. Normally we're 30. I'm so fat now. I've almost. I got to start doing something. Usually, now this is Ryan, right? Ryan.
Yeah, Eat Out Pate. I believe it was Ryan since he brought up Popeyes. Oh, yeah. All right, I hear you.
Daniel.
I'm coming for you in March, Ryan.
Is In-N-Out? Are you guys excited about? I had an In-N-Out burger. It didn't do anything for me. I mean, it was okay. It was a burger. I don't know. A lot of people like them. Obviously, if you go to a In-N-Out, they've got a line freaking down the street 2 miles away. But I wouldn't wait in the line. Put it that way. I mean, the burger was good, but I wouldn't wait in the line for it. And I eat Jack in the Box crap, which the only reason I'm eating it is because I soak it in, it's dripping full of secret sauce. That's why when they quit secret sauce, I actually wrote an email to Jack in the Box and said, "What are you, insane? That's what you're known for, is your secret sauce. Now you're going to quit it?" And believe it or not, they must have got a bunch of stuff because it is back. They brought it in little packages. And the last time that I had it 4 years ago, they did have it back in their little dropper deal. But they had the packages. So they must have got a bunch of slack because I'm like addicted to this stuff. Forget about the hamburger patty. Just put it between it.
Ralph Lewis just put what I was going to say. My favorite at Jack in the Box is the sourdough jack.
Sourdough. Yeah,
the sourdough burger there. They do sort of like a patty melt type of thing on sourdough. Right. Oh my God, it's
and those crappy tacos, those 2 crappy tacos for 99 cents. That whatever kind of meat's in there, you would never know what it is.
Gogi.
I liked them. 99 cents you get two of them. I think they're still 99 cents. And they've been that way as long as I can remember. Now, like I said, I haven't been there in 4 or 5 years now. Pioneer Chicken. Yeah, they're gone now, right? They were in the San Fernando Valley. They were in California. In fact,
That one I'm
somebody
not familiar with because I'm an East Coast
yeah,
guy.
they were like a KFC deal. And if I remember right, somebody just did. I belong to a group that's growing up in the San Fernando Valley, which is basically 30, 40 miles outside of Los Angeles. Pioneer Chicken had just as many Pioneer Chickens in the San Fernando Valley as KFCs. They were their biggest competitor at one time. In fact, a lot of people like Pioneer better than KFC, if I remember right. I never
Be
was a
back in a
big
minute,
Pioneer.
Dave.
Yeah, go ahead. Pioneer was classic, and Churches. Now Churches I've never tried either. There's a lot of those ones that I've never, like that Chick-fil-A and all that kind of stuff. I'm out of the loop on fast food. I know I don't look like it, but I don't get much of it here. I actually eat better here, but it's just the being sick and then losing 40 kilo and not being able to smoke or stopping smoking, the weight. Because normally my biggest thing every time that I would go to eat something, I'd just light a cigarette and I'd smoke. And that's why what happens when you quit smoking, you use food and eat it and you just explode. Yeah, Jack in the Box, my favorite, Joe. B Market. And StreamYard link is still there. Do you need the link? I can put the link up if somebody wants to come on. I can do that. I have the technology. I'm sitting here. I can't read. I can read some of it. Now that I've turned that light off, it has helped considerably. Let me know if the link comes up. Did it come up or no? I didn't see it. How come it didn't come up? There it is. All right, so it came up twice. I think I did it. So if anybody does want to come on, by all means. I'm just sitting here. So how is where are you guys going to eat lately? I know I barely got to meet you, Ryan, when I ate over there. So maybe next time when I come down, we'll have time to wrap. I didn't really get to wrap with you that much. I got to plan a trip to Pattaya for a week by myself, and just even the 3 days was too short. So when next time I come, I'm going to hang for a while. You got Churches in Bangchang. Hey, David, how you doing?
Hey, so if we're still talking about chicken,
yeah, we are.
Back. So
Happy Thanksgiving.
So Texas chicken, if you don't know, in Thailand, Texas chicken is owned by Church's Chicken.
That's what I think Chuck had said once. He said that actually they make burritos and stuff there too. And he said that the burritos were good.
A lot of fast food restaurants do some sort of local or specialty fare in Thailand, like the Zinger sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich in KFC, was in Thailand in the early 90s before it ever came to the US, like 15 years later.
Yeah, I've heard about it for years and years, but another one that I've never tried. If you guys would put up, I know Tom probably did, but put up the link for there. They're trying to build that channel. If you guys don't,
which one
don't know,
Eat Out Pattaya.
Eat Out Pattaya.
I think I got it here. I haven't quite deleted Ryan yet because of his LSU tendencies.
Is he an LSU fan?
Oh yeah, man. Oh, there's Tom. There we go. Here's Eat Out Pattaya. Join them at Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, if you guys would subscribe to that channel, they do. You know what I like? I like first. I like your partner in that deal. Seems like a great guy, but I like the idea. I don't want to watch a 35-minute review of a hamburger. Give me a 3-4 minute deal like you guys do. I think it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's not much more. Is it good or is it bad? Show the food. How do you need to go 10 minutes on that, right? I think it's a good idea.
No,
I think it's a
I
excellent
think
idea.
I agree, and I told Ryan that same thing there, Dave. That the under 5 minute review, and he says they like to do under 4 minute review. Show the place, show the ambiance, show the food, and then
Yeah, exactly.
do a small interview with somebody that was there
And
with them.
I think you
And
can do that well in 3 or 4 minutes. You can do it. You can do it sufficiently, and I think people are happy, and they'll watch it. They're going to watch your 20-minute video for only 3 minutes anyway. So why not get them to watch the whole damn thing and be done with it? And I noticed that in some of mine when I put out longer videos, they'll watch a 15-minute video, they'll watch 3.5, 4 minutes, which is actually pretty good. And then if I put out a 5-minute video, they'll watch 4.5 because they're not going to watch the intro. I've got the same freaking intro, right? So so it makes sense to do. And I find myself, if I'm watching, especially somebody that I know and I've subscribed to, if they've got a 4 or 5 minute video, even a 10-minute video, I'll probably watch the whole thing only because I want to support the person, get them watch time, whatever they need. But I think a 4-minute video is absolutely perfect, unless you're gonna, the review warrants that, But I just can't see a typical place in Pattaya to eat. I don't think you need to, and obviously you got people like Tom knows good food. I mean, everybody knows decent food, but it's good to know that, like you said, you're not going to interview. I know I heard some of you guys talking about not going to interview places that are good. So go ahead.
I'll be honest with you, Dave. What I find is, when me and Ryan talked about it, we said we'd only go to good places with good food, and that's what we do. So we only go to places where the food is good. Yeah. So
right.
if we go to a place and the food isn't good, we just don't review it.
Well, that makes sense anyway, because now with defamation and all that stuff, if you guys say, I didn't like this, and you're going to get sued by some guy saying they talk trash about my business. Well, your freaking hamburger sucked. What do you want us to say? You can't say that. So I think you're better off just saying, we went here, we didn't interview.
Yeah, me, Mitch, James, and 30 to Wake Up, Gary, a few other guys as well. We went to a restaurant once because a vlogger had gone there and reviewed it. And when we went there, we were just so disappointed. It was the worst meal we'd ever had.
Well, you know what you guys need to do, though? Here's a little advice so that I know. Is you need to go, and for the start of the show, we're going to Peaky Blinders to interview and show you that review there. And we went to Bob's Pizza. We won't be reviewing Bob's Pizza this week. So I know that Bob's Pizza is a crap place to go, because otherwise, if you guys don't at least say, hey, you're not saying anything bad about the guy. You're just saying we're not reviewing, Bob's Pizza. That way I'll know that, God, they went to Bob's Pizza and threw up on the way out the door. Otherwise I wouldn't know. Hey, son,
no, we just do. It's just a bit of fun, really, and there's so many good places. But at least if we go there and review it, like you come to Casa Pascual, we didn't, that Casa Pascual, the breakfast place, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's good food. Really good. No doubt.
So if you're going to good places like that, that's what really matters, I think. Really,
Yeah, but I understand the not reviewing.
Keep it positive. Keep it positive, baby.
Yeah, and people are crazy too. They'll, they anything to sue somebody nowadays. Oh, of course, it's been like that in the United States ever since I can remember. Everybody's looking to slip on a floor or do something. But now they've run amok with this defamation. You can't even say the way that you personally think about anybody, So you have to watch. Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, look at Album Cop. I'll show you guys my food. Here, you guys want to review my.
I'd let my wife in.
Hey, good food, man. And you know what it is, which makes for me, my wife has got it into. I like it spicy, and I don't like. Try to cut a lot of the salt out. So I bought extra low sodium soy sauce, and the fish sauce and stuff like that they cut way back on. So I know that if I eat this, I don't drop dead. So, and it's excellent. My mother-in-law's a awesome cook.
Oh.
So, here's one. Daniel's saying, review what? Cabbage? I can't read. Cabbage and condoms?
Yeah, cabbage and condoms. It's down in like soy 4 and Pratanak. It's down the bottom of soy 4 and Pratanak. It's near the Asia hotel. I didn't go there 20 years ago. It was very good. That was about 20 years
Yeah.
ago. I haven't been there since. But
So Daniel, if they
So-
don't ever, if they say that they're not reviewing that one, you'll know that it wasn't very good.
So
If they
I
review
will
it,
tell you,
it'll
I've written a review for Cabbages and Condoms. I think on TripAdvisor, the one that's in Bangkok, the original. It was started in the 90s by a deputy health minister that wanted to raise awareness for AIDS and HIV,
Oh, is that where the
and
condom
and
comes in?
much of the money, the
Okay.
proceeds, the profits went for AIDS awareness. And now that AIDS is sort of in the rear view mirror for the most part, it's more about family planning and family education and things. But they've got them in Europe. There's Bangkok. I was surprised. And Tom, yes, you're right. It is Soi 4 because that's where we were staying. And it was like right next door to where we were at in Pratumnak, where Samkit and I were staying. So
The talk in the chat is, does Tom have pants on? You
yeah,
have pants on?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I've got some pants on today.
But I will tell you that as a theme, it's a bit of a tourism thing, but at the same time, the food there is very, very good.
Really?
At least the one in Bangkok, and the ambiance. If you can sit in the outside garden area that's got sort of misters and such, it's
That's what Ryan's saying too.
it's a place that, like, if you had somebody that was visiting Thailand who hadn't been there, that you want to, introduce them to some, Thai food and have a nice ambiance, Cabbages and Condoms is a great place to go.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's a little bit
That's good to
more
know.
commercial, obviously, but it's for a purpose, right? So I recommend it.
Cool. Well, there you go. So that means that you guys are gonna have to you're gonna have to check out that one.
Yeah, well,
For
the thing is with Prasanak Hill is, me and Ryan were talking about it yesterday. It's just full of good eating places. There's so many good eating places there. There's not just one or two. There's at least 20.
Was it Richard's show that I'm thinking about that I was half asleep on, that he was talking about that there's so many places there you guys could do it for the next 20 years and you'll never run out of places to was that on Richard's show? Good.
Yeah,
I must have I'm trying to think, Richard's show at 11 o'clock for me is like I'm a zombie. I've drank 5 cups of coffee. I've already slept from 8 o'clock till 10:30. I'm in a daze and I try to watch it and stuff comes back to me now. And now I remember that you guys were on that thing for the vlogger review, right? Which Jake has the intros and outros on now. It does a great job, by the way. Why not?
Jake, you have to do mine for me, Jake. I don't know how to do them.
Question: why we not like UQ? I don't know if I understand what you're asking, Patty. Try it again and I'll read it. Let's see. Ironic candlelight dinner at Cabbage and Condoms. They are about family planning. So that's where the condom deals come. They give you a condom with every meal or anything like that, or no?
Hey Dave, I'll send you some pictures from Cabbages and Condoms of like a Santa Claus figure made totally out of condoms.
Yeah.
It's the thing is, it was done for a reason back in the 90s when AIDS was just ravaging Thailand,
running rampant. Yeah,
it was. The
AIDS, now you guys tell me I'm old. I'm an old bastard. Okay, when I was young, the only reason that we thought about even using condoms was for birth control. Had no idea. The STDs weren't, there was gonorrhea, syphilis, that type of stuff. But the most part that I can remember when I was a kid, and I'm talking, 15, 16, 17, was for not getting anybody pregnant. And of course that changed. And we learned more about, stuff after that. But because it ran rampant with just STDs in general. Not let alone just the stuff that was going around with that you're talking about. But so obviously I'm gonna have to go try the place now when I go to There's one in Pattaya.
Yeah, it's on. If you stay in Pratumnak, where I did,
Right.
Pratumnak Soy 4,
Right.
right? So where we did the Cajun restaurant review was the next street over on Soy 5. And the good thing
I'm gonna.
about
Has
being up
anybody
that
eaten there?
way is that
Who's eaten?
there's no
Has
flooding.
anybody eaten at? Has anybody eaten at that one? Okay, that was
Uh,
what
uh,
you were asking.
yeah, I ate there about 20 years ago.
Why we not like the UK? Who doesn't like the UK? Tom's here. He's a UKian. UKian. I don't. I never said I didn't like him.
I was born there.
And some pit and Kenny, where are you guys? Where's your guys? Where are you guys at in Thailand when you do come, family land or wherever you stay, your land? I'm curious because if it's close, I'd
we're
like
at
to be.
Peaky Blinders tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
Peaky Blinders. Now, is anybody eating at this Cabbage and Condoms in Pattaya?
Yes.
Ryan? Oh, you have. Is it good?
I ate there 20 years ago. It was fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
The one in Pattaya or the one in Bangkok?
No,
oh,
the one in Pratumnak Hill, Soy 4.
Okay.
Oh, it's next to the Asia Hotel.
So it's been around for 20 years.
Yeah, like Kevin Thailand. Kevin Thailand. He used to go to hello people.
Right.
Yep, he used to do loads of chats from there.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I start to think about it now, that especially with Kev, it's like, I do this stuff and one day I'm going to be dead. And it's like, what's going to happen when you go, hopefully I can do it till I croak.
I know, but the thing is, at least you got a record of what you've done. And
and I'm hoping for the kids. Like I said, that's why I keep the language down. I try to keep it as positive as possible.
Yeah,
a lot more now than before. Even I'm not going to talk about anybody or anything anymore.
No,
and
I don't worry too much about the language. I really don't, because that's me. But it's really nice for a record. It's also nice for my mum and dad to see that I'm still alive.
Well, and for you, Tom, it's awesome for your daughter that this is sort of a record, as you're a little bit of older father.
You've met her, haven't you? Yeah, you've met her, haven't you? You've had the pleasure of meeting her, Jake, there. And
your daughter and your wife are absolutely splendid, by the way.
Yeah. And Dave is just Anna's favourite.
She's a good kid. She really enjoyed that.
That's because he looks like Santa.
Correct.
She enjoyed the ride that me and Nitnoy. She sat in between us on the Forza and cruised around. Yeah, that she liked that a lot.
I'll say this: what's really kind of cool. It's not kind of cool. It's very cool.
We'll have to get together.
Is that all of the people that are on the channels and the circles that we all kind of follow and run in? When you have a meetup with them, or you have a lunch, or you have a cup of coffee, or whatever it is, dinner, everybody that I've met, nobody's fake. Everybody's the same person on camera. Everybody's the same person in the chat that they are. I mean, that was really the highlight of my trip, other than seeing family, of course.
Yeah.
But getting to meet so many people that helped get me emotionally through the pandemic here. Yeah. Just watching their channels and things where we were so restricted and we didn't want to go anywhere until restrictions were gone. And that was more my wife's decision than mine, to be honest with you. But those encounters with the folks down in Pattaya, with Dave, with Tom, in Bangkok with Dana, up in Pissinaloke with Ron, John, and Douglas Williams up in Lampung. I mean, it was just all of it was just almost surreal, getting to meet everybody and to realize that we all share such a common idea on this stuff. I'm sorry if it is getting kind of too sappy, but it was just it was really good. And so I tell you guys, if you're going over there for a little bit of time, a lot of time, do these meetups, reach out to people. You're going to network like nobody's business. It's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say about here is everybody that I've met, including the people that I'm looking at, right now, and the, Chuck and Paige and Joe and Gift and James and Fox. Everybody's exactly the way they are. There's no phony crap. There's no nothing. Everybody is exactly, or at least I hope that's what they say about me. Dave's exactly the same when you meet him. Here, yeah, and that's the way it should be. That's why I like this channel the most, is because everybody. That's why I want it to the more people that we get to subscribe, the more people we get to meet, and that's what it's all about. Sitting around and 10 minutes talking to Jake, and then talking to Tom, and talking to Les, and then at the last meetup, and Meow and Jim, and I mean it's fun stuff, man. I could have done it. I'll tell you what. Normally, me in a bar, I think they did a great job on the loud freaking music. I don't like when I have to yell to talk to somebody. Steve and them at the Wombat did an absolute fantastic job. If normally I got there at 3:00 or 2:30, and I would have left at 5:00. I was there till 9:00, and could have stayed longer.
We got to say goodbye to Patty. Bye,
Was Patty leaving? Patty leaving?
Yeah, she's either leaving or somebody's taking her out.
Why? What happened?
I think she was using capitals and somebody's taking her out.
No, you don't need to do that. Don't take her out or him out. I don't know if it's a guy or a gal. Easy, Patty. It's Jake speaking. What happened? Did I miss it? How come I don't see it?
Don't worry.
Don't. It's okay. I'm not the same more character in person. Bobby, I'm looking forward to meeting up Bobby. And you guys know, I think, kind of watching Bobby and me. We both basically started our channels about the same time and became to know each other and support each other from the very beginning. I don't think I had 20 subscribers then, and tried to help each other on little stuff, more him helping me than me helping him. But and then found out he's in Surin and blah 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 blah. So I can't wait to meet Bobby and Jai. It's going to be it's going to be in January now, so that's awesome.
When are you coming back, Jay? When are you coming back?
Was that for me?
Yes.
I think it was March, right, Jake? Are you coming back?
March 1st, actually, we'll be touching down, because I can't get enough of really, really hot weather in Piscataway.
You got to come down to Patio again?
Oh, you know it. I told some kid, I said, I've got some new ideas. I'll tell you guys about this shit on the side sometime here.
Okay.
But I got some new ideas. 6 weeks in Thailand gave me some perspective on what we want to do, how we want to live, where we want to be, and such. And I'll tell you, as I look at the welts that are still on my legs here from Piscataway, I'm not sure I'm a Piscataway rural village guy most of the time.
No.
I love the family and everything, but when I'm in Piscataway proper, not a problem. When I'm in Kampang Pet visiting Uncle Craig, not a problem. When I'm in Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Jomtien, Pattaya, where else have I missed? That where we at? The mosquitoes only ate me up in rural Piscataway, and I did coils, I did sprays, I did everything, and it was just brutal.
That's what happens when you're the only Falang in the village.
Yeah, that's why I kept trying to get Ron to come out and spend, a little bit of time.
What were they, mosquitoes or sandflies? What were they, mosquitoes?
No, they were straight up mosquitoes, Dave. Like,
did you try that? Does the coconut oil work with the mosquitoes?
Coconut oil works with sand fleas. They work with sand fleas.
I told you that one little deal that I've got gives a 10-foot bubble around you. But Bobby's here. Hey, Bobby.
It took a while.
Peace, brother.
Oh, Bobby's
Good
here.
morning, guys.
Hey, Bobby.
So what happens if we get Jai here and we just don't let her leave on the flight you have back?
Yeah,
Well,
we
I'm
could-
thinking we could do that.
But she's an American citizen, so we can't deny her entry back into the U.S., so we'll have to come up with another plan.
Yeah.
I think she's going to realize the bigger picture. You know, like I said before, now I know that you guys know Les and you know what's going on with Les.
Yeah.
And hopefully everything works out for him. But his bigger thing, like we've been saying from the beginning, and Bobby's the one that went the other route and went to 66 or older to retire. And that was the first thing that Les said was, I'm glad I retired at 50. I'm 62 now. I've gotten 12 years of retirement in that I might not have had. And that's a true point. And that's what I say all the time. You know, if you can retire now. If you can retire an hour earlier than now, retire an hour earlier.
Well, I had made up my mind that I wanted to keep working because I really liked my job. I had a great job.
Right.
But then I ended up getting 2 stents in my heart. And I said, what the hell? I damn near died and I didn't even get a chance to enjoy any life. So
yeah,
I decided,
like
okay, I'm going to retire. But then COVID was around. So I held off till I hit 68.
You know, I kind of understand both your thoughts on that too, because I very rarely was in a job that I liked to do. You know, my air conditioning stuff, I was good at it. I've done it. I did it for years and years and years, and it's how I made my money. Did I enjoy it? Not really. And I asked my son, I told my son from the very beginning, if you can take a couple of dollars an hour less and get into a job that you actually like to do that. Because getting up in the morning and saying, crap, I don't want to go to, and getting up and going, yeah, man, I can't wait to get going on this day makes a big difference in the long run in your life. But we're not guaranteed tomorrow, man. We're not guaranteed tomorrow, you know, and
my
need to
stepdaughter
enjoy
passed
yourself.
away. She's only 23. Got killed in a head-on collision car wreck.
You know, and I see that stuff with cancer and with my wife, and I'm going, man, she died too young at 60 years old, which I believe she did.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes it better or easier or whatever. But I see these poor kids that are like 7 and they're dying of leukemia, or 6 years old, you know, they got cancer. And I'm going, these kids didn't even get to go to school, for Christ's sake, you know. I mean, so what's good and bad? You know, I don't know. I live every day like this could be it. Tomorrow morning, I might not wake up. And
yeah, you know, last week, Jai says, hey, you need to go to the doctor. You've got this growth on your back. It scares me. And I said, oh, my God. I got an RN telling me I got a growth growing on my back. It scares me. So I went and they did a test on it. I thought, oh, my God, now I'm going to end up with cancer and dying of cancer before I even get there.
That's what I've thought about it my whole life, smoking since I was 14. 3 packs a day, you know, all that stuff. And that's what I found funny. Well, it's not funny, but Les had said that he went in and he has the emphysema and stuff like that. And they said, so how long did you smoke? And he said, I never smoked, you know, because, you know, that's what I figured I would have got was emphysema, definitely cancer. For years and years, I went and dreamt about the doctor coming up to me and saying, you've got 6 months to live. Have a good life.
Jeez,
Thank
Dave,
you very much.
You worked around asbestos and shit your entire career.
Yeah.
Your entire career.
When I was in there, I remember we did a hospital. What they did was a giant hospital. They would heat their hot water for the hospital with steam through the middle of this big giant tank. I'm talking 15 feet tall, you know, big giant, and it had insulation on it this thick, and they wanted to re-insulate it. I can remember on top of that with a saw. The room was so thick with dust, and I didn't even have a dust mask on. And that was asbestos. The whole thing was asbestos covering that hot water tank, and I completely redid that. But I've had my lungs x-rayed and for all the stuff that you could get from asbestos, and they don't see anything. So I'm lucky in that deal. But I'm afraid, like with Les, you go there, I don't feel good. Well, let's give you an x-ray. Oh, look, you got a growth on your lungs, and you know, and that's where I've got the nightmares from years. You know, you've got 6 months to live, have a good life, you know. And I won't. If I get cancer and it is terminal and there's no way that I could live, you know, that it'll go away, I will die of without taking one bit of anything, chemo, nothing.
Yeah, my
alcohol.
uncle found he had prostate cancer. Within 3 months, he was dead.
Yeah,
Three,
my
3
brother-in-law,
months.
6 months, and that was with kidney cancer. And what I'd heard is kidney cancer, and I think I've said it before, is 99% of the time when they detect it, it's in stage 4 because kidney cancer has no pain. When you feel your pain is when it has spread to the rest of your organs and they start to hurt, your liver, your this, the that, and that's what he had in 6 months, I think it was, or 8 months, and he was done. And he just took mild. They gave him a pill, I think more is just to make him think like he was doing something for chemo, but it didn't prolong his life. I would stop. My wife stayed there for 6 months. Her and her brother were like this. I think I told you the story where she was been there for 3 weeks, coming home crying on the freeway. And I said, "Why are you coming home? Turn around and go back." Because he was out there crying in the driveway when she drove away. She said, "I can stay." I said, "You can stay as long as you want. I'll come down there on the weekends." And I would come, stop at Costco, get him. He loved king crab legs, and I'd spend like $150 on there. Finally, after, I don't know, maybe 3-4 months of doing that and him taking that pill, he said, "Dave, I really hate to tell you this, but don't buy it anymore. It's a waste." I said, "Why?" So whatever this pill is, everything tastes like cardboard. So if you're giving me $100 crab legs, it tastes like cardboard. And we laughed about it. He was a good guy, but we're not guaranteed anything, people. I mean, I'm not a youngster. Bobby's not a youngster. None of us on here are
Yeah, I'll be
youngsters.
69 next month.
Yeah. And I'll be 66 next month. When is your birthday? My son's the 11th. Mine's the 22nd.
Mine's December 20.
Oh, okay. Well, too bad you're not getting here before. Jai, can you guys come on the 15th?
I tried.
We'll have a party here.
Now, the problem with us not going a little sooner is I have a doctor's appointment on the 23rd.
Okay. That's
and
right. I
I've
have
been
mine
like
too, I think.
6 months trying to get this appointment.
I have mine too. Here's Ralph says prostate cancer survivor here. Cool. Yeah, my cousin is breast cancer for like 20 years, I think. She's a survivor. And it's good. And they told me with the bone marrow transplant for leukemia, if my wife would have been 40 years old, she'd probably be alive today. Yeah, but that chemo brings you this close to dying, and at 60 years old and out of shape and everything, she just couldn't fight back. But a lot of people, when they get that bone marrow, they had a good thing. That's why we always had a thing together. We never really talked about death, but we did say, "Hey, if it's terminal, we're not taking anything." And when she happened, she said, "Okay, so I'm done, right?" And I said, "No." They got like 80% success rate of recovery. "Oh, really?" And I said, "Yeah." So she went on to it. I think she did it more for me. I think she read about it, knew that at 60 years old, she didn't really have that big of a margin like what I had said, but I think she did it for me. She wanted to hang for me, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they told me I'd live my life and I wouldn't take any of their poison. Not
yeah, I know. Dave used to, about a year ago, it used to go in to be an old man's cackle for about half the show. Everybody talking about the ailments and what procedure we got coming up next.
Yeah, exactly. But I say I have a doctor's appointment about the same time. I think on my birthday or the next day, like yours, the 23rd, and then I'm going to Udon and then meeting up with Tim. We're going to fly out of Udon to Phuket and go fishing for a few days and then come back, and I'll be back home by the 30th, I think, and then we're going to have the party here, which you'll sort of make that. I'll have the pool in, so you guys will definitely have to come over for a barbecue. I'll meet over here, and it should be done. They're out back there banging away and stuff, and that's the main reason I didn't go to Thanksgiving, and that I've got my druthers about going to Christmas and stuff. I want to make sure everything's done, and now with putting my mom.
Before you do travel, are you and Tim getting matching colonoscopies just to
probably
flashback?
And I'm about due. I thought about that the other day. We were talking about that, and I thought about it the other day. I'm going, let's see. I was supposed to get mine at 50. I didn't get it. I put it off for 6 years. I didn't get it until I'm 55. They told me everything looked great. Come back in 10 years. Well, shit, I'm going to be 66. So I guess it's time for the garden hose again here soon. So
No,
unless
I
I
got
put it
mine
off.
at 50, and he told me to come back at 70. So I got another year.
Well, you know what freaks out? My mom goes, I want to say 3 times a year, but she doesn't do it that much. But my grandfather, her father, died of colon cancer. So she had always,
You know, Dave, I
been in
like
her
it
mind.
so much. I was thinking about going every couple of years.
I told you, I woke up in the middle of it and looked up at the screen with them watching a snake go. And I'm looking at them and they're laughing because when I went in there, I said, no, I'm not going to wake up or anything, right? And the anesthesiologist goes, no, you'll be out of it. So they were laughing at me when I was, because I'm sure I said some other derogatory remarks that
Yeah,
they
you
didn't
probably had
care.
some colorful language.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
I did. But they were pretty funny. But I guess it is, and I don't like screwing around anymore. So I will go in. I won't put it off. But I was surprised because they said no polyps, no stuff to test, no nothing. Said you're fine. I said okay. Because the worst part about it is drinking that crap and crapping green water.
I know.
Nothing. That's the worst part
I don't
about
know.
it.
My prep wasn't. That's what most people are afraid of, and since we're talking about this,
horrible.
most people are afraid of the prep. I had an afternoon examination, so my prep really didn't begin until the morning, and it was
it's
it
miserable.
was.
Well, you know what it is? They asked me, "Are you evacuated?" Now, what the hell does that mean? I said, "Well, I'm crapping green water." Is that it? She said, "Yep, perfect." I said, "Okay, come on in." I'm going. I've been on the toilet all night. And they just laugh at
the
you.
key to it is when you can shit through a fine
Straw.
screen window,
window
then
screen
you're
and
good to
not
go.
hit it.
That's right.
That's it. You're ready to go. And I actually still had. I couldn't stomach the last little bit of the stuff. So I was afraid when I went in there that I wasn't evacuated. But yeah, it is funny stuff.
My
you have to
last
deal
part
with at
was,
50.
can you drink lemon lime Gatorade with this mix in it? And I was like,
Funny Joe.
can I drink a lemon lime Gatorade? I grew up on it. Jeez,
Yeah.
look at my name. I'm Gator Jake, for God's sakes.
The tough one was that gallon of white powdery chalky
I didn't have that.
liquid I had to drink.
Yeah.
A gallon of it. You got to dump a whole gallon
Yeah,
down.
gallon. Yeah, it is. It's unbelievable. Like I said, I think you guys overkill just a little bit, right? And I'm sure that they do. I'm sure that you probably don't need half that, but they want to make sure that they've scheduled you for the hose. They want to make sure that they
Hello,
have it.
Cookie.
Hey, cat. Hey, you want a boy cat? I've got 2 black boy cats and a orange boy cat, and I think I'm gonna have to keep them. My wife says I can't give them away. I go, well, you're gonna need to get these animals fixed, or we're gonna have 80 cats here. So.
Dave,
No,
do you
that's-
guys know
Cookie.
Dana?
Who?
No, I don't think so.
Who?
Is that coming on Friday?
Yeah, she's on Friday. She's Thai and she's living in Germany.
Living where?
Germany.
Germany.
Who is
Okay,
that?
cool.
She sings very well.
How do you say the name?
Jaina.
Jay Knott.
Jaina. N-A. Na.
Jay Knott.
Jaina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay Knott. Okay. I'll get it right. I'll probably say it wrong. I still say Yad's wrong, I think. So
No, Yads is correct. Yeah.
Yad's is correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I guess I'm so lucky. My Thai partner is a nurse. Make sure that I'm good. Yeah, Bobby's got it made too.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I consider my wife a nurse. She stayed home from work to put drops in my eyes.
The
sure I
thing though, Dave, when I get uncomfortable, constipated, and I'm not feeling good, she says, "Well, just let me evacuate. Let me evacuate." There's things wives just are not allowed to do. You ain't sticking your finger in my butt. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Let's see. I'm going to change my new YouTube name to what is it? JNA?
Yeah.
What is that? What's JNA, Jay? Sometimes stuff goes right over my head. When I came out of anesthesia at the colonoscopy, I was talking about YouTube. Good thing I hadn't been on Pornhub the night before. Yeah, that's good. That was a good choice, Ralph. I don't know. It wasn't that horrible. I made more of it than I wanted to, but like I said, the doctor after 5 years said, "Dave, what seems to be the freaking problem?" And I said, "If you're depending on me to make an appointment for
Right,
someone to
Jay.
shove something up there, it ain't going to happen, pal." And all he did was laugh. He said, "I'll make the appointment for you. You make the appointment for me, I'll show up." But I said, "If you expect me to make the appointment for someone to do that to me, it ain't going to happen." And all he could do. He was a good guy. He ended up getting in a wreck on 49 going up above on the way to Bass Lake, crashed in his Porsche, almost died, was in the hospital for 6 months, and young guy, and had a practice in Oakhurst, and a great guy. And he ended up recovering from it. He was never the same, never a doctor again, but he was a good guy. Another one of the good ones.
Joe, I'm particular about whose finger goes in my butt.
Bobby, it's time to worry. Oh, the shingles, yes. Bobby, whose finger?
I really prefer, I guess, nobody's.
Exactly. I don't even like. I don't think I've had a suppository before. I didn't like that. But it. I don't know. It isn't that horrible. Once I found out at 55, and they knock me out good. If they do it great, you don't even realize what had happened. You go in there, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you go home. It was the worst part about it was the night before. I drank the first thing, and I'm going, well, nothing's happened. And then all of a sudden was, holy! I had to run to the bathroom, and then you just might as well just sit there on the pot and have the gallon there and try to
Yeah.
get down as much as you can.
When I finished with the test, I had the gown on, and you had to go down the hallway to the dressing room. Well, as I'm walking down to the hallway, everything's kind of stretched open, so it's like just squirting this stuff on the ground.
They must be used to that. Were they following you with a mop?
Yeah, I left the trail.
I scheduled my clothes. He then was told there is a year backlog to relieve. That could be. I don't know. I'm going to have to get it done. I just don't. Like I said, my grandfather died from that. Most of the stuff. The only good thing about the colonoscopies and the colon cancer is another one that if they detect it early enough, the success of getting rid of it is way up there. So it's early detection, like with my wife. She went in. She's going to go get the breast done because she didn't get that done yet. But the uterus deal where they scooped out the deal and it was precancerous or whatever it was, they had caught it beforehand and they were happy. My wife's happy. I guess I'm happy. I don't like I'm not a real happy person when anybody even mentions something that with cancer, and especially if it's my wife, because I immediately look up at the sky, said, "You already took one. Haven't you punished me enough for my freaking youth? And now you want to take another one?" So those are the immediate things that go into your mind. But I thank God she went by that. So anybody that's 50, which probably a lot of people that watch this channel are creeping up on that, if not there, go get it done because
probably
the detection
nobody
is
here that's younger than 50. Well,
What's that?
Jake's not 50, is he?
I think Jake's 50.
I was going to say there's probably nobody here that's not 50.
I think most of the people, but the demographics show 45 to 55 or something. There's quite a few people. So maybe there's some, and we're getting 25 to 35s. I think they watch the show. They don't comment or anything, but they're going, let's see what these old bastards have to say. Maybe we can learn something. So I think they act like I can't get my son. Just ask me. I'll tell you 99.9 of things that you think you might do, I've already done. So if you want to go off of experience, just let me know. I'll tell you whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, and I'll be honest with you. But no, kids are always smarter than their parents, right? At least that's what I found. I've got my eyes semi open now. Somebody keeps, let's see, who's sending me stuff?
That's funny, Joe. Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want to have is the rectal exam when you see both of his hands on the table.
That's true. Hey, Baldy, how you doing?
Hello,
Glad you
Brian.
could make it. Now, Baldy, when are you on? When are you on Recharge Travel? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 2 weeks. I'm on I guess I'm on Christmas Eve, which is kind of cool. Richard's a good guy, man. And hello to Richard and Richard's mom if you're watching. You might be lurking. Richard likes to lurk a little bit, but
I
hello,
generally
Paul.
lurk too. I usually kind of just hang in the background.
I tell subscribers to go to the door. You get VIP treatment. That could be sausage fingers. Yeah, you don't want a sausage finger, doctor. It's been a long time. I haven't done a. When was the last time that I? I don't think I did a physical where they did that bend over the table and finger me, which would be what, a physical? I don't think I've had one in a long time. Maybe I better get the hose done and get it all done.
Oh yeah,
Although,
go get it done. Enjoy it all at once.
Yeah, because after being sick and in the hospital and in intensive care for 2 months and in the hospital for a month after that, so 3 months they pretty much had to look at every aspect of me, and then seeing him every month, I guess he figures he has and he gets my blood test, was every month, now every 3 months, so he keeps a pretty good eye on me. But I think I'll have to, although I never said that I would, but I think I'm going to have to tell him I think I need that garden hose thing. He'll get a kick out of that.
Now, Dave, my doctor likes to enjoy me once a year.
Once
I
a
get
year?
scheduled once a year, yeah.
Physical assault, yeah. But yeah, I don't know for the most part. God, it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. Wow, this is a long one. We haven't done a long live stream in a while. I haven't heard him doing. Hey, I haven't seen Traveler in a while either. Hey, Traveler. Hi, everyone. I just figured I'd watch.
Hello, Ron. Nice to see you.
I'm glad that you stopped by. I'm still hoping and praying that you and your wife are going to be able to make it to Thailand to enjoy the rest of your life. I hope that some miracle comes your way and can get her on a plane.
Yeah, David, you've been missing out if you haven't enjoyed one yet.
It is fun. And the best part about it, me and Bob here, just kidding. That stuff is really good. It's a joy to drink.
Delicious.
You'll have it's just that night before, you'll remember it forever as one of the best days of your life. And the best day of your life is when you are done with that crap. It's horrible, horrible stuff.
Okay, Tim, enjoy your pool.
Is he going in the pool?
He's gonna go clean it. That's how you enjoy it.
You got water in it. I thought with that one picture or
cool.
something, or the little video you sent, was that a hose in it? You filled it up with a garden hose? Because that's what I filled the pond with, garden hose. Because me and Tim were talking back and forth, how are you going to fill your pond? How are you going to fill your pool? And how his pool is 3 times as both mine. So I think he filled it with a garden hose. Maybe I'll answer. I'm looking forward to that though. I'll be coming to see you soon anyway.
Yeah, I will too, Tim. I'll be there visit you soon as well.
We'll have to have a party at Tim's. Yeah, I'm hoping, Traveler, man. It's always good to, especially when I call end days, but the last part or the last chapter in your life, it would be nice to be in the place that you want to be. I mean, it just makes sense, right? So good things happen to good people. I think you're one of the good ones. So
I think I only have 20 or 30 years left to live, so I want to spend it there.
I'm hoping for 10, and it would be nice to go 20, but 20 would bring me what? 86? Yeah, I don't know. 76, I can almost see that.
No, we gotta aim high, Dave. Shoot for the goal. Aim up there.
And mainly, like I said, man, I've got no druthers, man. I got to do a lot of things in my life that a lot of people will never get to experience, good, bad, or indifferent. But I've went a lot of places, done a lot of things. I think on my bucket list stuff is travel. Most stuff, other stuff in my life I've done. Like I said, whether it's good or bad, I've done it. So
I was about this close to taking a temporary position as an engineer for the emergency operations, and it came right down to it, and I just couldn't pull the trigger.
Good for
I had
you.
to finally tell him, I can't do it. I'm going to Thailand.
Let's see. Did Tim answer? Did he fill it with a garden hose? Tim, did you fill it with a garden hose? I keep pulling away from this microphone.
Bobby, damn it, good job,
Hi,
good
Verna.
job.
You guys aren't
You know,
subscribed.
you've got the knowledge, you've got the expertise. I know you're the guy for the job, but take time for yourself.
Yeah.
If anything I ever learned on this little 6-week trip was take time. Take time. You know, man.
I agree.
Don't freaking just. There's no reason to work your ass into the ground, man. You got money.
Yeah.
You got
We're
benefits.
financially, we don't have to do it. It
Yeah,
just,
but I think you need to. But you guys need to. Jai needs to see it and experience it, and that's what I think January is going to be.
yeah.
Relax. We could be doing this
agree,
every day
Dave.
of our life here. Every day of our life could be just like we're doing right now. What do you want to do? I don't know. Let's drink another cup of coffee. Let me make you breakfast, dear. Let me make you lunch.
I
Let me
agree.
make you dinner.
Jai needs to make some decisions, but Bobby was presented with a decision that, like, hey, do you want to sign up again for another 1, 2, 3 year contract or whatever? God, don't
Yeah,
do
it was a 1-year contract, and I was so close to doing it. I actually went through all the background check and everything again. I did everything it required, and then they sent me the offer to go back, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't sign it. I've been retired for a year. To try to go back, I just couldn't do it.
Maybe we could
Bobby,
all live there. Joe said 112.
unless you had to, and I think you don't have to, based
No.
on what we've talked about. I think you're financially secure and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need it.
I mean, Jesus, don't do it. Just enjoy your
They do it
life.
in the U.S. too, David.
Enjoy the time with your wife. I mean, as we've talked about here tonight, and I don't want to bring a downer on things, but you don't know when somebody's going to come down with something in our age group where you just, your wife, your friend, your husband, your wife, whatever, where something's going to happen to them that you just, you want to spend 100% of your time with them because
That's right.
it's
We're not guaranteed anything, man. I could go right out right
We're
now and
not
step in the street and
guaranteed
get
anything.
hit by a truck and be done, man. So again, it comes back to retire when you can. And by all means, like I have to say this because I'll get somebody that says, "Oh, then these guys are telling you to just retire. Who cares about what you know?" You retire if you can comfortably retire. I suggest retire. But that's my personal opinion. But I don't say to anybody, well, God, I make $8 a day. Is that enough to live in time? No, it's not enough to live.
I didn't even start drawing my Social Security yet. I start drawing it in January. I'll be 69. So it's pretty high.
And you're going to get a big bump too.
Yeah, it's like $3,800 a month.
Yeah, you're going to get a big bump there too. And I'm going to get it this year too. A good chunk of money. What, like $300 and something or $400 or something. But and that's great.
I'm a retired
now,
federal employee as well.
It's going to be, I think, the average in the USA. Let's say a single guy, our age, 50, 60, whatever, that you're collecting on you're collecting your money now at whatever age you decide. It could be as much as $2,500 or maybe more. Okay. But let's say the average is now went from 1,700 to, let's just say $2,000 at a round number. Well, now with the bot the way it is, I don't even know what is. You're almost meeting your retirement deals at let's see, 2,000 times 36. Let's say 72,000. So you're actually meeting what you need to bring into Thailand to retire. Now, if the bot drops, then you're going to be. But if you're married, you're only going to have to do 400. So, can you retire on that? Hell yeah, you can. It depends on your life. It's all on you. If you're, well, I don't think I can retire. I need to go to the bar every night and drink $300 worth of alcohol. Well, no, you're probably not going to make it. But to go out, eat once in a while and everything, 2,000 is a good solid number. You know,
Well, you see, Guy keeps saying though, Dave, is, well, what happens if one of us gets sick? I said, well, Jai, we have insurance for that. If something happens, we have insurance for it. And that's not going to change. I mean, we're going to continue the insurance.
I'm keeping my insurance in the States, my Medicare. Okay. And the reason that I'm paying the 200 or 300 that they're taking out, or whatever the case may be, is that if I get diagnosed with terminal, my wife will want me to stay here and take care of me. So I do have that option. If it's something, let's say I hurt myself, or it's something that I need to be in there and I can live, but it's going to cost this much money, I leave that open as an option to go back there. I don't think I'm ever going to have to. Her insurance is quite acceptable. What's that?
Ron lost his brother-in-law 10 days ago.
Wow. What a survivor from Vietnam. Cancer. Yeah, Agent Orange. What a beautiful that was. What a great thought, U.S. Good thinking. Let's kill all the vegetation. And if people die in the meantime, no big deal. We'll just give them another shot, send them out the door.
Dave, do I have to have a visa now? I don't know this shit. We're going the 28th.
You can on arrival.
Yeah.
Well,
how long you staying?
We're going to the one in LA on the 28th. I guess they'll tell me what all I need.
Yeah, you can do it, but you can on arrivals, what, 30 or 45 days?
Bobby, how long are you staying?
Just a month this time.
Yeah,
no,
I think
you're fine. The 30-day visa stamp for you has been extended to 45 days until March 1st. So as long as you're not staying after March 1st, you're good for what used to be a 35-day visa exemption. 30-day visa exemption is now 45 days.
Yeah, on arrival, right?
On arrival.
You didn't have to go get a visa. Yeah. I don't think you need anything, pal. Nothing.
Oh,
what used to be the 30-day stamp is a 45-day stamp until when March, and then it goes back to 30 days.
Yeah,
I would ask
if you're coming for a month, you can get your visa on arrival.
Yeah, I think so too. Mike's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So does Jake. Yeah, I don't think you need anything. I would definitely ask them. You know, that's all you need to do is get stuck with your,
Jai wants to get her identification, her Thai ID before we leave. So.
All right, okay. Bobby, if you get your missus to email the embassy or the consulate, she can get it within 7 days.
Yeah, she's already done that, and she has an appointment for the 28th here in Los Angeles, which is only 30 miles away.
And I think this is what Jay East is saying here is what Daz just did. Here for 45 days, he did a 30-day extension in Pachuap, and then I believe he's going back before Christmas. Yeah. So he didn't have to do anything. He got here, did his 45 days, went and got a 30-day extension. So you're actually good for 2.5 months, 3 months, whatever that is, 2.5 months. So you're set. I don't think you're going to have any problem whatsoever, even if you want to stay. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
Yes, David, you still get your pension.
Chen, you still get if you have lots of money in the bank. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, does it, Bobby?
Yeah, your pension's your pension. You get it. You get it.
And if you collect your Social Security, if you're from the U.S. or whatever, people ask all the time. I have mine sent to my Chase Bank. Just easier for me. I've never had a problem. But you can have it. You can set it up so that it comes to whatever bank you're using in Thailand. if you want to
I've
have it
got
direct.
everything just going to the Chase Bank here, and we'll transfer what
Yeah.
we need.
If you transfer over 5,000, they charge you nothing. If you transfer under 5,000, they charge you $5. So it's very reasonable. It's within pennies of Wise and all those, and I never had to be bothered with it. Now, granted, if I was real tight on my money and every 100 baht mattered, and I had to, then I would maybe think about stuff. It's not worth it to me, and they've been reliable between Bangkok Bank and Chase. Everything, I've never had one hiccup, not one hiccup. If I transfer in the beginning of the week, I have it by. If I transfer on Monday, I have it by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. If I transfer on a Friday over the weekend, I don't get it till Monday or Tuesday. So as long as you can deal with that, I never had one problem in 4 years. And Richard saying hi to everybody. What a guy. And hi, Richard. I'm
You
Richard
see,
Long.
Ronnie, I'm fortunate on that account because I was a FERS, federal employee retirement system. So I get my full federal employee retirement and Social Security full.
I thought it was you get everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bob,
CSRS. There's a difference. If you were the old system CSRS, then you didn't get your full Social Security. You lose that. But
if
you
you're
got
if you're not Jai, if
income.
you're not comfortable with thinking that you're ready to go there, then if you leave Bobby, I will marry him tomorrow, and I got no problem with living with Bobby. Now, Richard, this is the news that he told me, but I thought that it was 20 seconds in Thailand. Is that Does that changed? Is that because I know you sent it to me and you said this is news for you early out and all that stuff, but I didn't know if you wanted me to say it or not. So I didn't say Key's coming on, who's awesome, by the way. But I thought it was 20 seconds in Thailand. I guess I'm wrong, obviously, unless Rob dropped out or something. I lost over 55% of Social Security because I have pension from a county government. Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Theirs is more like the CSRS government retirement plan.
Okay. So I wasn't insane. I thought maybe I was, Alzheimer's thing. So, all right. So Rob has to go to a funeral, which is a bummer. But yeah, Key's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Now I've got to go to sleep. I've got it kind of scheduled now that I go to sleep at 7:30 and I wake up at 10:30. I drink 2 cups of coffee before 11. The show starts and almost made it all the way through. I think I fell asleep towards the end of the last one. But if you guys aren't subscribed to Richard's channel, Richard's a great guy. If you haven't watched his Saturday night here in Thailand, it's at 11. But if you go to his channel and look at all stuff, you can look at old videos. You can check him out. All his live streams are awesome. Chocolate Man in Thailand, Rights for Kicks, all these people he's had on. Chev and Dev and, all these 100,000 people, subscriber people on. So, and he does a great job. He's in the swing of things. He'd been gone for a little while, took a break, but he wasn't rusty. He does a fine job.
Congratulations, Richard. You popped over 10K now, I see.
Yeah, he's up, I think 10.2, right? 10,200
Yeah, I think
or
it was
something.
something like that when I looked last. I think it was
Yeah,
last
if you guys aren't subscribed or watching, I think in the States you can pop it in there too. Yeah, putting putting people to sleep. Yeah, they did. That's why it was we were talking about it earlier, and I'm going, yeah, wasn't it on there that you were saying that you could do reviews of all these channels here in Pattaya and never run out of stuff in 30 years to go look at. And I remembered it was from there, but I got a little tired. I'm just a lightweight. I used to stay up all night and party, and now I can't even stay up through a show. But I think if you want to put it in there, Richard, what is it on East Coast, West Coast, or where are most of your viewers from? Or if you've got the whole shindig, put it in there where it's East Coast, Pacific Coast, whatever, West Coast.
I think it's 7 a.m. here.
Is it 7 on the West Coast?
I think
7,
so.
10 o'clock? And then 10 o'clock on the East Coast. So, but you're more than welcome to put that in there if you want to come on. Jake came back on. If you want to come on, and there, Tom put it in there. Even after the bad things that Richard said about you, Tom still put up your link. Let's see. Not in Australia. The bastards now require you to be in Australia 24 months current prior to eligibility for retirement. Really? No way I would wait another 8 years for that. So when are you coming? I don't know if you answered me earlier. You probably did, but I probably went on somewhat of a short rant. But he is a fun. He's wait for Richard's show. Yeah, I. It's going to be fun. I was just wondering. I thought maybe I was going crazy. Has anybody seen Mitch? Yeah, I have. I FaceTimed him or whatever it is yesterday. He's on his way to Pachuca. He might be there. What time is it? He might be there. Here's all the stuff here. Here's the times. UK.
8 a.m.
Yeah, there you go. There you got everything. Perfect. What a guy. I'm looking
It's
forward to it.
getting very late for you, Dave.
Yeah. It's like out of the realm. But I go to sleep at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I set the alarm for 10:30. I'm a little bit in a daze. I make my couple cups of coffee, and then I drink another of these shot glasses, not real cups, but shot glass of coffee, and I get through it. But towards the end of the last one, I was starting to doze off a little bit. And Richard's made me a moderator. I think he did it out of pity. He felt sorry for me. But he's got a bunch of the best. He's got Mitch. He's got Tommy J. He's got Jake. He's got a bunch. So of the good ones. So they can make up for my for me being a moderator. Yeah, December 24th, right? I did say that. So that'll be fun. We'll have a good time with that. Let's see. Same here. I'm keeping my postal address and still vote when I need, and that way they think I'm still alive there. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I guess you could do that. I still got that. Now I got to. My brother's going to sell my mom's house. I'm going to use that money because, like I said, the assisted living's almost $6,000 a month, and that's just the way that she is now. If she needs an extra aspirin, that costs you $100. If she's got to have help to the bathroom, that costs you $100. So it could go up. So he's going to sell the house I grew up in. She bought that house new in 1958, I think, for $16,000. But anyway, I'm going to have to get another address. That's the address I'm using.
Well, the address to use would be FedEx or not FedEx. What's the other one? Not FedEx. What's the other? Shit. Old age. I can't remember. I got crap.
UPS?
Huh? UPS, yeah. UPS, there's one like right here on the corner by my house, and you can rent a PO box from them, and they'll either monthly or quarterly they'll just send it to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or you can even choose to do it weekly. It's a small fee.
I don't need the only thing that I've got that comes there. In fact, I don't really have anything that I really need. I just want to, in case I need to have something sent there, maybe I don't need it. I don't know. What are they going to do? Say that I'm not an American anymore and take away my driver's license? I don't know. What punishment could they have for me? Bring the Kleenex box for Dave. We're going to talk about life in the U.S. Yeah, that ought to be fun. Yeah, we'll have to go. That's going to be a fun pre-interview to watch. Mine and Richard's. There isn't much in my life that I've said is off limits. Like I said, a lot of people think that I say way more than I should and tell me I ought to shut my mouth occasionally. But I've been pretty open with everybody on YouTube. No,
Jai tells me that.
Does she?
She tells me you need to keep your mouth shut. There's some things people don't even know.
Exactly, and I get that all the time from mostly people on this channel. You don't need to be saying all that crap. You don't need to tell them about that. They don't need to know that. I said, I don't know, man. I'm an open book. I don't lie, So I mean, there's like 2 or 3 questions that I'm not going to answer. And that's, did you kill anybody, or did you do this or that? bad stuff, but most of the stuff I'm pretty open about. I haven't hidden anything, but I think Jai is probably right, and the people that are trying to tell me are probably right also. There's stuff that I don't need to say, but I don't like anybody to say, "Oh, you know, he's not saying anything. He's not transparent. He's a bad man, and you know, he's a troll." It's like, yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
troll.
we're really gonna have to do a Bob and Dave coffee or something like that once a week when I get
Yeah,
there.
we could do that, and it might come down to that because I think I want to slow down on the every other day too. So maybe we do one together. One I'll do, yeah, I'd love to do that. I think it'd be awesome, and we could actually
Yeah,
go someplace and have some coffee.
I'll keep doing my Friday live where I get a bunch of my Filipinas to come sing with me, and
Yeah, definitely. And maybe I'll sing because I'm starting to really get a good voice now.
yeah,
No,
I can imagine
there
you
you go.
probably do. You're probably nailing that Leonard Skinner stuff.
I wish I was not tone deaf. I just I man it, and I can hear like if I hear somebody singing on like me and my wife used to watch all the singing shows and all that kind of stuff. And I mean if somebody's flat or you know off key or whatever, I mean I can hear it. But boy, when I'm singing, I can't hear a damn thing. I think it sounds good, and I listen to it back and go, okay, I'll never sing. That'll never happen. But and I can hear it, you know, I know and say, oh man, that gal is on top of it, or that guy's awesome. But singing, no, I'm not that good. My wife tells me to shut my mouth all the time. Yeah, mine. This one did. Ned know a little bit too. She, especially when I get a, you know, it's still I can preach here all day long, sabai, and especially I do control myself whatsoever. Anything to do with government, immigration, you know, anything you're getting, I can do that. Sometimes people are so freaking stupid. I have to bite my tongue, you know, to lose face or whatever, you know. And I embarrass my wife is the worst part about it. So I have been trying to make myself, you know, shut up because she'll get embarrassed. She'll just, and I'll know immediately. First, I'll know in my mind because why didn't you just wait one more second before you opened that pie hole and you'd have known that wasn't the thing to say, and then all of a sudden she won't say a word. I'll say, "Hey, baby, when we go here?" She'll just keep walking. She won't say anything. She'll completely shut down, and I go, "All right, let me think back. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that, and I shouldn't have said that. Okay, your husband's an asshole, and we can move on now." So I try to, but and the reason that I do is because I don't want to embarrass her. She's just she's one of the greatest people I know, and she deals with me, which makes her up another level. And I got to try to. I don't want to embarrass her.
How much longer do you have to go, Sompit and Kenny? I assume it's Kenny, right? Jai already has the 40 units. She's already got her quarters in. She's just not old enough yet. And I'm even with her being an RN working here, I'm not sure because I went so long to start drawing my Social Security until 69. So her half of my Social Security will probably be more than what she'll make with her 40 quarters. But I'm not sure. We're going to figure that out.
That's another good thing about this channel. Everybody can get on here and talk. But like I always say, make sure you check everything out. Like I said with Bobby, but I think you're perfectly fine. I think you can stay an extra month and a half if you wanted to. So, which is what we'll try to get. Jai, look, Bobby can extend, and you guys don't need to go back until March or something.
Yeah.
And we'll see what as she laughs at me and say, "Shut up, Dave. Shut up." It's okay. You could tell me to shut up too. I take everything in stride.
No, I'm going to encourage you.
Where did you buy your filter? It's called Bot. I can get you that information. The guy's a great guy. He ships them to me. He advertises on Facebook all the time. He makes two different ones. That little black one that I have, it is the media is in water. I had him make these for me special as a trickle tower. It has the sieve in the top with the spray bar on top and bottom, and it's on a timer. It goes off every once in a while and gets rid of the stuff off the sieve, almost like a drum filter, the cheap man's drum filter. The little black one, I think, was 68, 6,000, 7,000 baht, which I think is a bargain. And but he made this one special for me, and they were 13,000. But I can get you that information if you need it. Not a problem. I forget the name. The bot, I think, is the name of it. I'll get the link for you or something and get it to you somehow, David. If you would, send me another email on my email account. That way I don't have to dig around, and I'll try to find the link and send it to you. Takes 7 to 10 days, and he's all gotten them out before that. Yes, I'm Kenny. Wife is another 18 credits to go. Got to go. All right, traveler. If I missed you and you're already gone, I still am hoping for you, man.
Don't you have to stay in the U.S. and work to get the credit, the unit?
Maybe it's a certain amount of time, or you're just saying you have to stay continuous?
Well, it's 10 years. It's 10 years to get 40 quarters.
Right, but during that 10 years, what happens if you vacation in Thailand for 3 months?
Well, yeah, but vacationing is okay. I'm talking about if you're going to move.
He's moving. I didn't know that they were moving. I thought they were.
You have to physically live here, I'm pretty sure, for the 10 years of marriage and working.
She will only need 12 when we move. Huh. I don't know. That's a good question. You might want to find that out.
I think he's the one who's been talking to the Social Security office, so he probably has
talking to him directly
his information.
So, yes. Good night to all the fine gentlemen, ladies.
Okay,
all righty.
right.
I'm going to end pretty soon, too. We're 4 minutes away from the 3-hour barrier, so I'll go to the 3-hour.
I got to go anyhow. Jai is going to be banging on the door any minute. I've got both doors locked.
Okay, Bobby. I'm going to go in 4. I'm going to stretch it to 3 minutes. So in 5 minutes, I'm out of here. But thanks for coming on, Bobby. I appreciate it. And I'm hoping to see you soon. And I will fight for you tooth and nail once you get here.
All right. Take care. I'll see you, Tom. See you, Jake. See everybody in the chat.
Peace. I will try to give you a call tomorrow. Catch up. Bye, Jay East. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Tom's here. Jake's here. But I want to, I can stretch this out for 2 or 3 minutes. I want to thank everybody that are new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. My subscribers, you guys are the best on YouTube. There's not a doubt in my mind. You make this worthwhile. It gives me something to do. You make me feel good. And it's awesome. And I'm hoping that we get new subscribers. It doesn't cost anything. Just all you got to do is click the little bell, and it'll tell you when the live streams are, or when when I'm putting out any kind of content, which isn't very often. But I put out 2, maybe 2 a week or something, maybe on an average. But anything that you need to know, you can come on here. If I can't answer it, there's a bunch of good, fine people that are knowledgeable on here that can maybe help you with visa or whatever, and definitely with colonoscopies. We know we're top notch in the colonoscopy offering information. So I think it's awesome. I will go over and say thanks again to Richard Travel. He's the one that does both the intro and the outro on my live streams. He did them to me. He did them for me for free. And he's a good man. I'm hoping, I can't wait to meet him. I'm hoping it's going to be, I'm guessing no one will ever know for sure, but it'll be sometime next year. So I'm looking forward to meeting Richard there. And like I said, I more than would suggest when you guys do come to definitely meet up with Tom and Mitch and everybody that you can in Pattaya, T&W and Uncle Craig, and on your drive through, whatever it is. And I'm gonna, once we get going, I think we have enough people on this channel to start scheduling every maybe 4 months a meetup, because I think we probably have, I bet you we got 20-30 people here in Thailand. So I would imagine out of that, if we had it every 4 months, maybe 15 could make it, and I think it would be great. So I want to thank everybody again. Richard, thanks for the stuff. Hello, Richard's mom, and I have 33 seconds to do it. I think that the outro is longer than 33 seconds, so I think I'll inch over the 3-hour mark, but I want to be safe. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't. It doesn't really matter. But I want to thank everybody. Thank you very much, and I will definitely catch y'all on the next one.